start for Stormtrooper?
Every Saturday night during our live stream show, we have viewer pop-ins where you guys can come into our stream and meet us live and talk to us and tell us what's on your mind. We never know who's going to pop in because it's open to anybody. Occasionally, we meet some incredible people. And in this case, out of all 142 members of Echo Base Network, Nick met our favorite member. His name is the legendary Tron. We hope that you enjoy his story, and always remember, he fights for the users. Hey folks, I am the disabled Tron on Twitch TV. I also go by Nate too. I do have a disability, which you can see. It's called cerebral palsy, and it affects my motor functions and does not allow me to speak well. But it doesn't stop me from doing what I love. I love to stream, to send out good vibes, and make people happy when they are having a bad day. I started loving Star Wars when I was around 5 years old. I saw A New Hope, then it was in my blood. Funny thing is, it did the same thing to my mom. I always liked George Lucas's vision for Star Wars. Sometimes, whenever I'm down in the dumps, I can always pop in Star Wars to cheer me up. How did I become a gamer and Twitch streamer? When I was a child, my family had a Nintendo. At that time, I was still able to use both hands. I had a joystick pad for that system, and even the Sega Genesis console. When I was 14 years old, my mom and grandparents decided to get me my very first laptop for communication and schoolwork. I was self-teaching myself how to use technology. I really enjoyed StarCraft and Heavy Gear. In 2016, I was able to have my own gaming rig and started my streaming career. I was playing EVE Online and met my best friend while watching him stream. I can't speak well because of my cerebral palsy, but I found a program called Stream Talk on Twitch. I was in awe by the program because it suited my needs. From that point on, I began growing my Twitch community called The Grid as the legendary Tron. All I care about is making people feel better, making them smile, having a good time, and spreading disability awareness. When you come to The Grid, please have patience so I can have the time to reply to your messages. I love to chat and want you to know that I appreciate you. Now, let's feel some of those good vibes. I want to break in here real quick. We have a brand new member who is going to have to leave, but he just popped in. His name is the legendary Tron. And the legendary Tron, ladies and gentlemen, just said in the chat that he is physically disabled and that he needs to type to be able to speak. And he said that he wanted to pop in and tell everybody hello. So everybody at Echo Base Network, if you would give a warm, warm welcome to our newest member, the legendary Tron. Hello, sir.
The legendary Tron. How you doing, man?
So good to see you, Tron.
Hey fam, how's it going? I am the legendary Tron. I have cerebral palsy as my physical disability. I'm also a Twitch streamer. As far as Star Wars stuff, I didn't really like the sequel trilogy. I think Darth Kennedy is just destroying the franchise.
Yeah.
Absolutely, she
legendary
is.
Tron gets it. He gets it.
Yes, he does. Hey, I'm going to tell you, Tron is one of my favorite movies ever. Did
Mine
you
too.
like the sequel to Tron?
Tron Legacy?
Let's go. Okay, I'm on your channel and we just subscribed. Echo Base Network has now subscribed. That's right.
Legendary Tron.
Everybody go and subscribe to the legendary Tron. The link is in the channel. Go and do that. Everybody must sub to the legendary Tron. We are You Are Echo Base Network. I am the coach. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching this video. If you've not already, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our content that we release from week to week. Also, guys, if you'd like to support the channel, hit the join button. Look at the different levels of membership that we offer you guys. You won't be disappointed, and join our member family today. Nick and I greatly appreciate it.
They're two Gamorreans. So I don't know if you know Star Wars, but they're green pig guys that are in here fighting to the death. This is like death match, all right?
So the scene starts, this is coming after a few establishing shots of the spaceship flying around. So this is a Hangar 35, which is, I think, a few hangars down from where the Millennium Falcon used to get gassed up.
You know, it's really uncouth to talk business immediately. Just enjoy the entertainment, okay? This is one of the best in my stable.
We're on the streets of Navarro now. We rebuilt this from season 1, season 2. We're just starting out. I think we're in week 3. As you can see, it's all refreshed. You want to hold him? You want to hold the baby?
You're being me.
This is it. Hold on a second.
That's your great, great, great grandfather.
At that point now you're looking what the hell's going on, and I love, so this is where you get the Leone stuff, right?
When he says, I prefer if you took him, have Grogu look up at Dad like, really?
Okay.
And then she starts talking, and then have him look back to her.
Okay.
The Crate Dragon is a great example of John, once again, taking something from the original films that's kind of obscure and then elevating it to be this big centerpiece.
Do you think they all know it's Boba? This is a prediction.
The
they gonna know it's
hardcore.
Boba?
Oh yeah.
Right, instantly.
But the debate will be they'll say no, that's
Mando?
Mando. And then they'll be like, no, that's a Boba Fett sound, they're messing with us. And what they already said it's not
Our guy
Boba.
had spurs, but not like that.
I love Saturday nights. Do you love Saturday nights? I know I do. Welcome to Echo Base Network, where we are guaranteed to bring you guys high-quality Star Wars news and reviews and the best community on YouTube and an incredibly great Saturday night show. We're going to be talking about Saturday nights and what we've got going on here. So good to see everybody, and a very happy and special Mother's Day weekend to all of our ladies out there and to all of our viewers. Happy Mother's Day to all, even for those of you who, like me, your mother is no longer with us. We still remember and love you, Mom. I know you're watching. Hail to Blood Guilty, Credsox 05, Mr. Dragon, Frostbite, Latino Slant is in the house, Glenn Schroeder, Photo Nutter, Joey, Sean Watts, Paul the Star Wars Guy, Mondo Bizarro, The Green Man, J-Man, James Cocker, Valiant Renegade is going to be here tonight as co-host, sitting in Nick's spot. Very excited about that. Loki's Mornings of Mischief is here. Rogue Reaction Base, Stephanie Janisek, Smuggler's Cantina. Rogue Reaction Base, just said that. Sometimes I get carried away typing. Debbie Young, Happy Mother's Day, Mama Bear. The Echo Base Network, Mother Always. Lombardi, 1969. John 42, Bello Triggerfish, Dee Myers, Darth Dread, Vori Lennis, Jedi Master Lawrence, Geeky Pixie, Pooh Slinger, Mark the Infinitely Tired, Rex Hutchinson, Chris Perza, TD15169, he is on patrol, Melissa Lord, Phoenix Rider, Old Star Wars Nerd, Low Spec, Linux Laptop, Bobby F65, welcome to the channel, my friend, glad to have you here, Lothar D, Nicole Malott, Bob A, thank you so much for those gifts, Bob, we're going to give out the first one of 3 tonight, really appreciate it. Black Dragon, our friend John, is in the house. Dark Lord Fudd, Felix Kiros, Silver Axe 13, Thrawn, Andrew Beeman, Matt Risman, DN, welcome to the channel, DN. Liam Neeson's Chin, welcome back. German Nightmare 1976, Daryl the Derelict, Project Cambrian, Illuvrion Imikara, Subhuman 84, LR Dice, hope that young one's doing okay, LR. Anton's World of Videos, Colleen Guerra, Snortapoopas Cuber. Nick Craig, been missing you, Nick. Glad to see you that you're here. Dave Bob did great voice for us this week. Thank you, Dave Bob. The Melvor is in the house. You know a little bit about the yin and the yang, don't you, Melvor? I know you do. You are the yin like me. Comic book and video game, Spike and Madness, Orange Hat Reviews. Brother, I've been seeing you fight the good fight on Twitter. Keep doing that, man. You motivate a lot of people. Jedi Padawan Trailer, Spock, and Babo Yogi. Thank you guys so much for being here. I am really excited. Talking about a show, guys. We got a show for you guys. A lot of content creators, and I'm not throwing shade here. This is not a shade throwing contest by any means. You guys know me. I'm not. We don't do that. I don't do that. You can do that. I'm not gonna do that. Not here. Not live. This isn't the place for it. But a lot of content creators put on live streams, and they have their purpose. And a lot of the live streams is, based on one subject. They're talking about one thing. They're reading the chat, and that's pretty much it. That is not what we are doing tonight. We have a heck of a show for you guys. And before I get into the show of tonight, I want to talk about what we're going to do next week. So here's a little trip down memory lane. Next week, here's what we've got going. Check this out. Many of you are just like me. You're still a kid at heart. What's on your want list? We're not done with this yet. We love the things that we grew up with. Heck, some of us love the things now. What are you wanting? What are you after? What's that one item that's been elusive that you haven't been able to locate and haven't been able to find? We gotta let this community know what we want. You never know what could happen. Let's share our list. Let's talk about it. Let's have a night to remember the toys and the books and the comics that we all grew up with. What are the items that we never had an opportunity to get? Let's share. We are, you are. Echo Base Network.
So here's what that meant. Next week, we are going to be doing a special show, or at least a special segment, where we are going to talk about what collectibles do we still want? What do we want to add to our collection? What do we want? You know, that we never had before, or what did we have as a kid and we want to recollect it again? I see people like that Junkman. Absolutely, Junkman. Sounds like a night Junkman needs to be on Echo Base. So your invitation is open, Junkman. I thought about DMing you earlier today. I definitely want you to be on that show next Saturday night. We are going to be talking about the toys. You can see some of the things behind me. I'm back. Coach is getting back in the collecting game. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. The studio's done. Now it's time to start making it the way I want it with the accents, so to speak. So that is next week. So what about tonight? What are we doing tonight? Well, first of all, a very, very special happy Mother's Day tomorrow to all of our ladies. I know that we already said it. All of our ladies at Echo Base Network, this video is for you. All right, everybody, that is awesome. So happy Mother's Day to all. We are very happy to have you guys here. So Nick is out and Valliant Renegade is in. I'm going to go ahead and bring on my co-host here tonight. He is the Renegade and he is in the house. What's up, my brother?
Good evening, Coach, and good evening, Echo Base Network. So good to see all you guys tonight and you ladies out there tonight, and happy Mother's Day to all the ladies that are mothers.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Happy
so it's good to see you,
Mother's
Coach. How you
Day.
been?
Yeah, I am doing great. It's going to be a great show. Speaking of, I hadn't even talked about what we're doing tonight yet, so let me go ahead and throw that out there to everybody. So as I said, Valliant Renegade is here, so we're going to open the show up with a little conversation about The Bad Batch. What are our thoughts after 2 episodes? We're then going to bring in 2 special guests to talk about the new book, The Heart of the Jedi. You can see it here. This is a very special book. If you don't know why, we're going to be talking about it. And I have reached out to the author of the book, and he might just be coming by. So that's something that we're working on. We're going to look at the Return of the Jedi deleted scenes to complete our analysis rather, of the deleted scenes of the original trilogy. So that's going to be really awesome. We're going to have shotgun pop-ins where you guys will have 60 seconds or a little more if needed to come in and tell us whatever you want to tell us about the Bad Batch or the Legends books that we're going to be talking about. We will be having a giveaway tonight. And how do you get on the show? How do you do it? Well, there are 4 ways that you could be here on the show with us tonight. You can comment on any of our videos throughout the week, and we will pick some of those and highlight those on our live show. You could email us your Star Wars story, which we will be sharing one of those here in a few minutes as well. Obviously, we have 2 different types of pop-ins. We have shotgun pop-ins that are 60 seconds or less about 1 or 2 topics, and then we have Jedi Master member panel pop-ins, where I open it up to all of the Jedi Masters. They come in, and we have a panel discussion. And then, obviously, you can super chat, and we really appreciate that. Now, I do want to say to everybody that something that I believe was important is that one of our members, I told him that I would talk about this, and I want to get the link real quick. I should have had it up. I think I accidentally deleted it on my notes for tonight's show. So let me go ahead and pull that up. But we got an email, or I got a personal email from one of our friends here at the channel, and it is from our friend Black Dragon. His name is John, but he goes by the YouTube name Black Dragon, and he has had a really rough time. John has, he is in a situation where he needs a little help. And you could actually go and read about his situation. I've got the link here. I'm going to go ahead and share it. So, guys, go and read his situation. And I would ask you that if you were planning on sending us a super chat tonight to support us here at Echo Base Network, we appreciate that, and we're not telling you not to. But what we would encourage you to do is to, if you feel inclined, if it's between us and helping out our friend John, please go and help John. That is more important than what we've got going on here at the channel. So if you would go, and the link is incoming in the chat, go and share that, save that, go look at that later or now, and if you feel inclined to definitely help out our brother Black Dragon. So anyways, we do want to move into real quick, Valiant. You're going to get to play Nick tonight. You get to be Nick. How awesome is that?
Nick.
That means you get to sit there and comment and be lazy.
Hang on. I'm going to be Nick.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, you got it right so far.
And I'm back.
You got it right. Or when I need you, you're not here. Nick, if you're watching, we love you. I'm just
love
playing.
You. I know. Look, guys, I got a big chair to fill tonight. This is such an honor. I'm glad to be here. I will do my best, Nick, and hopefully I won't suck too bad. So I just leave it there.
No. Yeah. You're not going to suck at all. This is going to be great. All right, guys. Well, it is time, like I said, it is time for EBN comments. You post them, we read them, and we'll be right back. So we looked at comments throughout the week, and we released a few different videos. And the very first comment that we grabbed, Jay Russell says, Luke's appearance in December turned 2020 from a horrible year into the best year ever. Sweet. I don't know if I quite agree with that one, but it did make the year a heck of a lot better, Valiant.
It was a cherry on top at the end for sure.
No doubt. That's a good way That's a good way to say it there. Got another comment from The Last Chance. He says, Luke saved 2020 for me. It was my worst year of my 40th year old life, and it was so uplifting to see him again. And I feel the same way, and we're about the same age there, The Last Chance. Thank you for your comment, sir. And Murray Dunford says, I love that style of animation, talking about The Bad Batch, and I must say The Bad Batch is going to be a great sequel to The Clone Wars. I'm digging that, Valiant.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm we're 2 episodes in. I'm enjoying it so far.
Yep, absolutely. And our last EBN comment is from AJC2990. Up till now, details about the rise of the Empire have been sparse, and I can't wait to see how the Bad Batch delves into this period. And I think that's great. I love how we are in an era that we don't know too terribly much about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they have a wide berth here to do, fill in a lot of gaps. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and there could be some very interesting characters show up and with some surprise appearances. So that could be really interesting as well. We do have some super chats that we want to start here with. Matt Risman with a $49.99 super chat. He says, welcome all. Have a great stream. Peace and love. Thank you, Matt. Matt is one of our mods and a big supporter here at Echo Base Network. Appreciate you, brother. Watch out for HK47. He is on the prowl, I have heard. X-Wing with a $4.99 super chat. Have a great stream all. Spread the goodness. Thank you, X-Wing. Speaking of X-Wing, I will be playing some X-Wing Alliance later, X-Wing, and I'm really looking forward to getting to my X-Wing and X-Wing. Okay. Felix Kiros with $5 super chat. He says, always happy to be in the EBN stream. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers on the stream. Mine is watching from above. May the force be with you all. Thank you, Felix, for that heartfelt super chat, my friend, and we appreciate you. Rex Hutchinson with £5. Hi to everyone here, and may the force be with us always. Thank you so much, Rex. And Connor Fuller says, Hail Banish Store, which is Irish for coach. You heard that, Valiant. Banish Store. Irish for coach. Let's go. I learned something today. Colleen Guerra with a $5 super chat. Hail, Colleen. She says, just because this is the best place to be. Love you all. And we love you too, Colleen. Thank you so much. And Debbie Young, Mama Bear in the house with a $5 super chat. Noted your signature green shirt and white cap coats. And thank you for your Happy Mother's Day shout out. And sending a heavenly Mother's Day to my mom. Absolutely. Lord, please remember all of our mothers who have passed on. Mine has as well. So thank you so much for that, guys. All right, Valiant. And look, everybody in the chat, we're starting the show talking Bad Batch. We're going to have pop-ins here in just a few minutes, shotgun pop-ins, and I got a new EBN-style 60-second timer. Check it. Bam. There it is. And it works.
There we go.
It works, everybody. It works. So I polled our members, and they said, because I was struggling with, when it hits 0, do I do a hard timer and cut them off, or do I give them a few more seconds? I didn't know. I couldn't make a decision. And so I polled everybody. It was overwhelmingly, it was like 82%. Give them a few seconds to finish. Let them know, wrap up the point, but give them a few seconds to finish. And so I'm going to do that. That's what we're going to do tonight. So the very first thing is Bad Batch. And Valiant, I'm going to let you kind of start us off. Take us through Bad Batch, episode 1 and 2. You could go one of each. You could do them combined. How you feeling? What was your first reaction? Take us through that. And we're going to be moving on to My Star Wars Story afterwards, and then our special segment on the new book, The Heart of the Jedi, the new old book. But let's start here with Bad Batch. What say Valiant Renegade?
Well, I was really looking forward to this show for months, and so far it has not disappointed. And I was actually kind of laughing that I figured the next animated show I was going to watch after Season 7 of Clone Wars would be The Bad Batch, and then The Invincibles showed up, and everybody convinced me to watch that, which was great. But Bad Batch came out, and it is absolutely not, to this point, disappointed. And I've been enamored with it. The animation obviously has been upgraded over the past few years, just like the Clone Wars has. The story so far, I'm enjoying. I love the crew. I love Hunter. The first time I saw him in Season 7 of the Clone Wars, I'm like, oh, they went and made a John Rambo clone trooper. This is so awesome. Because that's what they went straight off of. And ever since then, because I was a huge Rambo fan growing up as a kid, I still am now, I love Hunter. I absolutely love Hunter. And then you've got the other guys. You've got Wrecker, you've got Tech, you've got Crosshair. The whole crew works together so well, and I love the characters. The story is interesting. I really loved how they brought in, the childhood version of Caleb, Kanan Jarrus from Rebels. And I know there was some bickering back and forth about, they kind of changed up the story of how he escaped Order 66 and all this kind of stuff. And I said, that did not bother me a lick. They had his Jedi Master in there. They kept the characters the same. I understand why they had to retcon the story a little bit under the circumstances. They wanted to bring when they wrote that comic book in 2014 or 2015, whatever it was, obviously the Bad Batch did not exist at that point. Right. And they wanted to find a way to tie in the Bad Batch characters to that episodic moment in Star Wars canon history. So I thought they did a great job of it. And I liked it. I really liked it. So I mean, so far I'm happy as a pig in mud, man.
Yeah. And I see Don's comment here. I've never seen Clone Wars before now and plan to. Don, give it a chance, man. Give it I am gonna, some of you are gonna be disappointed when I share this. Mm-hmm. I was a prequel hater. I hated them. I even at one point said I would never watch them again. And one of my students, this is several years back, one of my students, his name was Tyler. And some of you have heard this story before. Tyler joined my Star Wars club at school. I had a Star Wars club. Tyler came. He was a big Star Wars fan, but he loved the prequels. And he asked me if I'd ever seen the Clone Wars, and I was like, no, I don't like that era. I don't like the prequel era. And he was like, Coach, you got to watch it. You got to watch it. And I told him that for him, I would go give it a try. Changed everything for me. It made me, I went from being somebody that couldn't stand the prequels to actually, I love them now. The Clone Wars made it all better for me. It's brilliant how they did it. And the thing is I think Filoni and Lucas did it on purpose. That wasn't something by accident. That was brilliant. How they took something that people didn't really care for and like, and through the Clone Wars, they made it better for everybody. If you already loved the prequels, it made it even better. If you're somebody like me, it made it way better for me. So, and Tyler went on to start his own YouTube channel, found me by accident searching for videos, and he is now known as Star Wars Reviewed and one of our members here. So thank you, Tyler, for everything and opening my eyes, helping me with that. That was awesome. So, Valiant, what was your initial take on, or how you feeling about Omega?
I had a feeling that topic would come up.
Well, I'm gonna soften it up a little bit. I'll go first if you want me to.
Go ahead.
I like Omega. Nick doesn't. Nick doesn't like Omega. I like Omega. So far, I think it's good. I can't wait to see what her specialty is going to be. I hope it's the Force, but it may not be. It may not be the Force. It may be her having all of the abilities of the clones, but I hope it's the Force. I hope that she's a clone from someone other than Jango Fett. I think she is. I don't think she's a clone of Jango.
No, I don't either.
But that's my personal opinion. I might be way wrong about that. So...
Mm-hmm. No, I would agree on most of those points, Coach. I think Omega is an interesting character. I do like her. I want to see more of her. And I think, let me put it this way. I don't think we have had enough of her and her story at this point to really render a valid opinion. Mm-hmm. I think, to put it mildly, I think the jury is still out. But so far she's very intriguing, and I'm willing to give her a very wide berth in terms of let's see where this goes. I found it interesting in the first episode when the Kaminoans discussed how she came to be, that she was a clone, where they kind of hinted at it. And Omega makes the comment that she never picked up a blaster before and then just frickin' laser shot some dude in the eye.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. Okay, well, I found it, and a lot of people complained, well, oh, God, here we go. It's another Mary Sue like Rey. And I said, wait. I said, they deliberately made a remark in the script and shot a segment of her saying that comment that she had never held a laser, never held a blaster before, excuse me, and then hit that dead eye shot. So it's like, obviously they're giving you a hint that there's something more to come, at least in my opinion. That was my take. So yeah, I agree with you. I think she was kind of genetically engineered to be like a Supreme clone, Bad Batch, like complete, sniper or whatever, but she's got these abilities, at least it seems, that she doesn't really know about until she was forced into a situation that it's like having amnesia. You don't know who you are, but you still remember how to play the piano or whatever talent you had beforehand. I think that's kind of where she is, and we're going to see more of these abilities kind of unlock as the season goes on.
Yeah. She's in my opinion, she's not Rey. Like, if Rey had gone out there, first of all, the ball never would have rolled out there into the danger zone if Rey was playing, because she would never have dropped it or not caught it,
Right.
And if Rey had gone out there to get that ball, then they would be eating whatever creature that was that night. Rey would have looked at the creature and it would have just keeled over. So
after she would have slapped Luke Skywalker again.
Yeah, exactly. So this thing is not even close to, Omega's nothing like Rey in my opinion. I liked seeing her, and I said this in my review of it. I really liked her taking the first steps onto the planet. She's been on Camino. She's never set foot on solid ground, so to speak. And she's kicking dirt around. I thought that was a brilliant callback to Anakin in the sand. I thought the clones were about to say the sand. I loved it. I thought it was great. And
sand is so coarse and
Tech
rough,
said it's
and it
dirt
gets everywhere.
Yeah. It's dirt. And I thought that was brilliant. She's super innocent and naive, which she would be. She should be. So I think it's really cool. And another thing that I like a lot, I want to add this image just to kind of show everybody, what I've got in my head. And I'll tell you, we went over to Stream Lounge and watched the live stream together. And what we were able to do is I was able to sit there and watch it with everybody, and they were able to chat and let me know things. And I think it was Thrawn who said Hunter and Omega are giving us the Mando Grogu vibes.
Yes.
And when he said that, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Totally
give
agree.
us those vibes. Give us the Mando Grogu vibes. A little different for sure. But that is going to be really good.
Frame. You got the perfect frame right there that shows everything right there on Hunter's face.
And there's no reason we shouldn't trust Filoni to make this a great series. There's just
no.
He's demonstrated the ability.
Yeah.
So we got to roll with that. We got to roll with that. We got some super chats coming in. We got Geeky Pixie with a $5 super chat. She says, "Thank you so much, EBN. You are amazing. Valiant pop in with the radio host voice. Love it. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, no matter the gender." Thank you very much, Geeky. We appreciate that, ma'am.
Thanks,
and
Geeky.
Stephanie Janisek, Smuggler's Cantina. Hail, Steph. She says, "Happy Mom's Day." You know what? Let me, before I read Stephanie's message, is Stephanie still here? I want to know. Yes, she's still here. All right. So, Steph, I saw your post on the Facebook channel talking about how the show, The Bad Batch, is not woke. It's not woke. And I was like, sweet. If Stephanie likes it, it's going to be great. And then right after that, that's when all this whitewashing business happened. And I thought, yep, every time we get something good, it's getting ran down from behind by a bunch of negative crap. And that's, we could focus on all that tonight. And there's a time and a place for it, and we will hit it. And Valiant, I saw your posts about the Disney racial training and everything. We can make an entire show about that, but that's not...
We don't want to do that.
And I even thought, should I release a video about that today? And I go, nah. Until it's more about Star Wars, I'm leaving it alone. Because this show's about Star Wars news and reviews and community. So,
amen.
And we're going to keep it. We're not going to let them distract us with their garbage. So anyway, Stephanie Janicek, Smuggler's Cantina, she says, Happy Mom's Day to my mom, Edith Netzer, in heaven, and to you guys. Be good men. Be worthy of your ladies like my World War II vet dad was worthy of my mom. Bad Batch rocks. Fire Kathleen Kennedy. Thank you so much, Steph. I'm the luckiest man in the world. I will tell you that. So appreciate that. Big Red Zenial says, Filoni has said Star Wars is all about the relationship. Filoni has said Star Wars is all about the relationship between father and their child, so fitting to have Omega and Hunter start forming this father-daughter bond. Good point. Very good point. Thank you for that, Big Red. And Colleen Guerra, why do you think Omega took off her head medallion? You know what? Maybe because that signified some type of change. I'm going from naive child to I'm actually on mission trying to get the chain codes being an integral part of what's happening. I've grown up, so to speak. This is a different Omega now. Maybe that's it. Maybe. I don't know. You got a thought about that?
I'm not so well. It could be. I mean, anytime they do a shot, or in this case, an animation like that, a scene like that, it's not for nothing. And especially in animation, obviously, because there's more work involved. So it could have been for a lot of reasons. Again, I think it's one of those things where we're a little early in the game to really tell. I think it's one of those things that as the season develops, as the character develops, as that character arc develops, that we're going to probably get a little bit more insight into. I have a feeling that that piece of jewelry that she's wearing probably has some greater significance than at this time we're allowed to know. And I think we just all have to be patient. So it's like I don't know how many seasons, or excuse me, I don't know how many episodes this season
16.
is supposed to be. I saw 14. I knew it was at least 14 because they released some credits on that, and we knew it was going to be more than that. So let's go ahead, 16. So we've got 14 more episodes to go, guys. We've got a long haul, so be patient.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I like
good
it.
point.
Yeah, I'm in.
I do too. And Colleen, we'll definitely. There's something to her taking that off of her head. So I like that you picked up on that, IB. Josiah Clinch. So EBN, watching the space junk fall. Space junk fall. I'm not sure what we're talking about, Josiah.
Is there something on a live stream that NASA's broadcasting, maybe?
No, I'm unaware. I am unaware. So let us know what that is. I have not watched it. I can tell you that. Connor Fuller, when are we getting the EBN book club? We are going to definitely do something over on the Discord channel. That is something that we are going to be planning on. Thrawn and Spock are going to be all over that, and I am looking forward to that myself, for sure. And if you haven't, speaking of books, if you haven't already, go over and check out the new Jedi Archives ASMR channel that we have started. It's Jedi Archives ASMR, where you could hear this southern, silky smooth voice talking Star Wars while you fall asleep. Jedi Archives ASMR taking over the world.com.
I'm
having fun with it.
Coming into the show tonight.
No, you do the radio thing. You leave that. You leave the bedroom voice to me. No, let me have something.
Oh no, you'd have that one. And I want to say, I just noticed Black Dragon is in the chat. I didn't notice him until just a couple of minutes ago. Looks like he's here now. So just wanted to bring that up.
Good.
Glad to see you here, brother.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody go and support our brother Black Dragon. If our mod team would post that every few minutes in chat the link that I did earlier. I can post it again if I need to. I appreciate it, Mobs. We really want to get people supporting Black Dragon as much as we can. D. Curry sends a $4.99 super chat. He says, Screen Rant is already complaining. BB is messing with Disney canon, the Aftermath series. Tears taste good. BB. Screen Rant is already complaining. BB is messing with Disney canon, the Aftermath series. What is BB?
BB, yeah, I'm trying to think of it too. I'm trying to do the acronyms in my head.
BB.
D. Carrera, could you post something in the chat, just so we know what BB is?
Yeah.
Oh, Bad Batch. I'm stupid.
Oh,
God.
got it.
Yeah.
So people have been saying TBB. So my brain had to get adjusted to that, and now I got you. Screen Rant got you. Oh, well, good. That's a win for all of us, D. So thank you so much for that, man.
Yeah, man.
And Bello Triggerfish, hail Bello, he says, $10 super chat. Hail EBN, thank you so much for adding me to the intro. Love it. Thank you for making it easy for me, bro. And happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there in the chat. So I love putting our members' videos together. We appreciate our members so much, more than you could ever realize. If you have not joined our channel membership, please consider doing that and joining our family here at Echo Base Network. So, and speaking of stories and things like that, we've got a story, I mentioned it earlier, that you guys can always join the show by sending in your Star Wars story. So what we've got is this new segment that we started 2 weeks ago called My Star Wars Story. We have a very special story to share with you guys tonight, coming from Jedi Padawan Trayla.
It is useless to resist.
All right. She says, hey guys, this is Jedi Padawan Trayla. I wanted to share my story with you. So I've loved Star Wars for as long as I can remember, and a few years back I asked my dad why he decided to take me to see Empire when it came out. He just kind of looked at me and said, because you said you wanted to see it. Apparently 3-year-old me saw the commercial. I was obsessed with commercials as a kid. Saw the commercial and announced I wanted to see it. It must have had an effect on me because sometime later, still a little kid at the time, I was watching a show about Star Wars that Mark Hamill was hosting, and I remember being very confused that he had his hand because I actually thought he lost his. Since the Empire had been my favorite, I still have the VHS of it. We recorded off HBO somewhere. I remember in 2nd grade my teacher was having some sort of store type of deal where we could turn in pieces of papers for rewards, and there was a Return of the Jedi folder that I wanted. Unfortunately, another kid got it. I had a Return of the Jedi lunchbox, and I still own it today. Copies of Return of the Jedi and A New Hope recorded from TV, Burger King glasses, and I think some plastic ones. I even had the book and record copies of A New Hope and Empire that I listened to so much the book started falling apart and still have yellow tape attached to them. When I was junior high age, my mom was a member of those double-day book club things, and I remember there was a large advertisement for Heir to the Empire. For interest had waned a little bit, but seeing that advertised renewed it. Other than the novelizations, that was my foray into the EU. Then came the remastered versions. My mom even bought me Flight Commander 3 for Christmas because Mark Hamill was in it. I think that was Wing Commander 3, but it might have been called Flight Commander 3 in other places. It looked something like I'd like. I met my best friend during gym class in sophomore year because she saw me reading a Star Wars book and approached me. Instant friendship that lasted almost 30 years. In 1996, I started working for United Artists Theaters and was there for the release of the special editions. In 1999, after class left out, I went directly to our sister theater where I ironically work now and sat on the ground with a bunch of other fans to wait until the tickets for The Phantom Menace went on at 2 p.m. I recorded every news clip, had a countdown calendar on the kitchen wall, saw The Phantom Menace on opening night with the same friend who flew down from St. Louis to watch it with me. I saw Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith at previews, work perk, and snagged the posters and even a banner for Sith while expanding my Star Wars book and collectibles. I probably have more Star Wars shirts than is reasonable, but hey, you do what you have to do. Like many, I'm not happy with what's happened with the franchise since Disney bought it. Now I stick to the original trilogy and prequel trilogy merchandise, with the exception of Rogue One and The Mandalorian. I got to see firsthand how fans are treated if they say anything against Disney Star Wars now. You may have seen the KOTOR debacle I found myself in this past week. I still love it, but George's vision, that will always be Star Wars to me. Well, that's about it. Sorry it's so long. I hope that was interesting and maybe a little entertaining. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share this with you. Take care, Jamie, a.k.a. Jedi Padawan Trayla. Thank you so much, Trayla, for sending that awesome letter. We love sharing everybody's Star Wars story here at Echo Base Network. That was just great. So isn't that a great thing, Valiant, how people can share their love for Star Wars and remember why you loved it in the first place? What's
Absolutely.
your earliest memory of Star Wars?
You know, I was struggling with this question just a couple of nights ago, having this conversation with somebody. And I think, it's hard to say. I think my earliest memory, of Star Wars was probably ROJ. And, you know, Return of the Jedi came out in 83. I was about 4 years old at that point. That's probably one of the first movies that I have a vague recollection of seeing in the theater with my father. And, you know, I lost my dad when I was 16. So I've always got these fond memories of, you know, the times that we shared together. And that was one of the first things I remember. I remember that. I remember Back to the Future in the theater with him.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the first big memory I have because, again, theater memory. But, I mean, after that, I remember growing up just constantly just ingesting Star Wars. I had all the old Ewok toys. I had I remember a room full of Ewoks and the trees and all that kind of stuff they had with Hasbro, Mattel, or whoever was making the toys at that time for Star Wars or for Lucasfilm, whoever had the contract. And it was a big seller. So that was always one of the fondest memories I had. But then growing up, like any kid, you know, Luke Skywalker was your hero, man. I mean, he was the perfect hero journey character. He transcended the hero's journey, and it's you know, Lucas managed to create an empire that has traversed 4 generations almost at this point. And it's just stunning when you take a step back and think about it. So I mean, it's kind of an entirety for me when I take in my favorite memories of Star Wars. It just kind of comes in as a wave. I don't think there's any one thing that really jumps out at me.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. Seeing it in the video store, I wanted to rent it, and I've got it over my shoulder here, right.
The first episode 4?
Middle.
Talking about?
Yep.
Okay.
So that box cover got me, and my mother rented it for me, and I was hooked, and I've been hooked ever since. And now, I'm still growing up, guys. I'm still growing up.
How old were you?
I think when that tape came out, I think that VHS came out in 83 or 4.
Yeah.
So I was about the same age as you.
Okay.
I was born in 79.
Yeah. That was the same as me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we're about the same age.
Yep.
So
yeah,
I mean that's when VHS, that's when home video was really starting to get into it. And probably if I really rack my brain, that's probably a very similar story to what I had as well. You know, I remember the theater, but I remember my dad and I every Friday night, you know, we would go to the video rental store. And this was before Blockbuster even was out there.
Mm-hmm.
This was, you know, little mom and pop shop.
Those were
down
the
in
best
New
ones.
Orleans. Yeah, I mean down in you know, Lakeview in New Orleans. And we'd go into the video store, and I mean that's back when you can actually rent not only the cassette, the VHS cassette, you could still rent Betamax, but you could also rent the VHS machine or the Betamax machine to take home and you'd rent a parcel of movies and the machine and bring it home. Now, my dad was a gearhead like I was, so he had all the fun toys. That's kind of where I've got my taste for this stuff from.
Right.
But so many fond memories around this franchise, I think, for a lot of people like you and I. And that's one of the reasons why we're here. That's one of the reasons why Echo Base exists and this great community exists, is because you'll look at the memories that this franchise and this man, George Lucas, has created. It's just unfathomable. When you really step back and look at how much this has spanned, it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And we got an amazing story that we're actually going to be talking about here in a few minutes. I don't know how many of you know about this book and the story behind this book that just came out. But we're going to be talking about that in just a few moments with our members Thrawn and Felix Quiros. So Thrawn and Felix, I have sent you the link. If you want to go ahead and pop in, Felix, I sent you the link on Twitter or on Discord. So join us here. And we got 2 super chats we need to hit. Yasser Ansari, one of our members, says, "Hail Coach and Valliant Renegade, loving the Bad Batch, but frustrated about the negativity around it already. Happy Mother's Day." Yeah. Well, and Yasser, it just means that things are going well. Now, if you don't, let's take the Disney racial training out of the equation for a moment. The Bad Batch is good. And some people can't handle that. And I went to the person that started the hashtag movement, the unwhitewash the Bad Batch. He's on Twitter. He has a website. It's a 21-year-old young man. And I'm not, let's be nice to the young man. I don't mean this in any kind of bad way, but he's confused. And I don't say that like taking a shot at him. I think he's confused. Star Wars is supposed to be an escape from the real world and the real world issues. It's an escape. That's why I loved it. When I was in the first grade, ladies and gentlemen, sitting at my desk while the teacher was up there giving a math lesson, I'm sitting there at my desk daydreaming about an X-Wing on the playground. I want to go get in the X-Wing and fly home. I'm daydreaming that dream. I'm drawing an X-Wing on my desk, and I got in trouble, and it was worth it. Whatever. I'm a teacher now today, by the way. But anyways, I wasn't sitting there daydreaming about skin color. That's not what Star Wars is about. That's for other things. That has no place in my Star Wars. So, anyways, let not your heart be troubled, Yasser. It just means that things are going well. We're getting good Star Wars, and there's a group of people, a small group of people, that can't stand it when it's what we want. So, there it is. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't care what color the Bad Batch are. I do not care. You can make them as dark complected as you want to. I said it in my video when I was a young kid. I was about brown myself with blonde hair. I was blonde hair and dark complected. And now I'm whiter than Elmer's glue and I have no hair. So what do you do? Yeah, I hear you. You're speechless.
Make them all as Hawaiian and Samoan as Tamura Morrison.
Yeah.
Who was Jango Fett?
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care. Yeah.
I did see somebody said something really good about that. They have to look different.
Yes.
Or that's part of character development. They have to look different. And then other people are complaining about Omega. We don't even know who she's a clone of yet. So
right.
Yeah, don't assume that it's Jango. So anyways...
take a deep breath and wait, y'all.
Exactly.
We don't know enough. Yeah, take a deep breath.
Matt Rissman with a $14.99 super chat. Welcome all. Please deploy the likes. Yes, everybody hit that like button. We got 215 people here. We've been running about 300 up. Let's get 300 in here. Where's everybody at?
Can I add to that real quick? Not just hit the like button, folks, but we are so close on Echo Base to 20,000 1,000 subs. And what would help that tremendously tonight is not only to hit that like button, but please hit that share button and pump this thing out to your Twitter accounts and your Facebook accounts if you would be so kind. It's not a demand, just a friendly request. It would tremendously help us cross that mark, get us over that hump. You got some friends and family that love Star Wars that would enjoy this kind of conversation and channel. Hit that share button because that's even bigger than the like button. So thank you folks out there.
Well,
Help us
thank
out.
you. You know, Nick and I have talked about the channel, and we get asked a lot of questions about, and it's not like we're the most successful people in the world. It's not like that at all. But people ask us stuff, and it's like, you know, subscribers really don't mean anything. I would rather have one good member, one good subscriber that's going to be here and be with us and comment and be a part of our community, rather than having 1,000 new subscribers. Because you're just a number, and that's. Well, I'll say something in the video.
Go ahead and unsub right now because
no.
Don't do that.
Be a good, community person. That's what we're after. It's like, if you have a subscriber base of 1 million, but they don't know you, and there's no community there, I don't know.
There's a lot of YouTube channels like that where they've got these million subs, and it's like, that's great, but there's it. What are you doing? So, I hear you. You're doing it right.
Well, thank you, bro. Geeky Pixie with a $5 super chat. The person is not confused. He is full of hate. I'll explain further when I do my pop-in Jedi Master topic and others that has happened to me and still is. Can't wait, Geeky. That'll be good. And I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not. I went to their website and I saw it. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm doing my little soft coachy. I'm in the public eye right now. Let's talk later. Michael Kraus, $4.99. Dang, I'm late. Got sucked into Force Unleashed. That's good. Downloading the second one. We are, you are. Hell, EBN. That's exactly right. So, guys, thank you so much. Matt Risman, X-Wing, Felix Quiros, Rex Hutchinson, Connor Fuller, Colleen Guerra, Debbie Young, Stephanie Janisek, Smuggler's Cantina, Geeky Pixie, Big Red Xenial, Josiah Clinch, D. Curry, Bello Triggerfish, Yasser Ansari, and Michael Kraus. We are, you are, Echo Base Network, and this video is for you. All right, well, that's going to get us into our next segment. Speaking of stories, let us bring in our members, Thrawn and Felix Quiros, where we are going to be talking about the heart of the Jedi. So here they are, Felix and Thrawn. What's going on, boys?
How you doing, guys?
Hello, my friends.
We are doing great. So, guys, a lot of people love the books. I've got my own little collection back here that's always growing, and this thing here has been gaining a lot of traction. The Heart of the Jedi by Kenneth C. Flint. He is a 73-year-old English professor. He wrote this book. Actually, I don't want to spoil it. For those of you who do not know about this, definitely go... actually, they're going to tell you about it. Thrawn and Felix are going to tell you about this book. And we got a little presentation that we want to give. But, here's what I know. This book is gaining a lot of attention right now because it is outperforming their new books. This book, written decades ago, is outperforming High Republic brand new releases. So, Felix, let's start with you. Take us from the beginning with this book. What grabbed you? What are you thinking? And I know that you've read several chapters. You're kind of deeper into it. So go ahead and give us your thoughts.
Well, yeah, I found about the book with a different YouTuber, and then it grabbed my attention, and then I've been able to read 3 chapters of the book, and just to not spoil anything, but it brings me back to the original trilogy feel and vibe. There's a couple of things in there that remind me even about the Mandalorian season 2 finale. I don't know if you're gonna have a chance to read a little bit expert, a little bit of a piece of one of the pages, but if you get the chance, it could make other people very enthusiastic about this book. I also like the how Leia and Han, they're portrayed, the conversations, it just takes me back to The Empire Strikes Back. If you remember The Empire Strikes Back, when that conversation in the base, famous lines, between them two, is right there in the book. I'm very surprised that they not, either Lucas and Disney are not using this material, because it's very, very good. Also, C-3PO. The other thing that I was reading about C-3PO is just C-3PO, how it interacts with R2-D2, the same thing as the original trilogy. So I'm very excited about the book. I'm in chapter number 3, and this book is gonna make me read other books. I never read other novels, EU novels, so this is gonna probably make me read the Tron trilogy. I'm really curious about, after this book, what happens if I read that, to expand more of the knowledge. So that's in terms of the books, what I've done, reading them. Coach, if you read that little piece, I think can make other people excited about it.
Yeah. So I want to break in here real quick, and before we move on to Thrawn. So I see what you're saying, Rex Hutchinson. I misspoke. Community is what is meaningful, not just memberships. So please quit spreading what you're saying. If you don't like what I'm saying, then you are free to leave, sir. You don't have to be here. I misspoke. I tried to clear it up, and you're still hanging on to it. So I'm not going to give any more attention to that. Echo Base Network is not after your money. So I will wave my force hand, and please don't do that here. So we've asked you politely now, so time to move on. All right, Thrawn. What's up, brother?
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
I hear you great.
Great. Okay, so I just wanted to, I guess, give everybody a sense of, kind of the real and the in-universe timeline of all this first. Heir to the Empire, which was the first book in the EU Throne trilogy, was published in May of 1991, and it took place 5 years after the events of Return of the Jedi. Heart of the Jedi was a book by Kenneth Flint, and it was supposed to be released in 1993, 2 years after the first book of the Thrawn trilogy. But what happened was his editor basically ghosted him. And long story short, in the end, the book was ultimately canceled. So in May of 2015, Flint edited his novel to fit into the EU universe at the time and allowed its free release on the Star Wars Expanded Timeline website, where it remains up, free for reading and download, along with a detailed explanation of exactly what happened with this novel, as written by the author himself. So he actually wrote this whole 2-3 page write-up of what happened, and it's free to read up there. Like I said, the Star Wars Expanded Timeline website, and I'll share that in the mod chat later on. So that all said, on January 28th of this year, Disney announced a collection of short stories based on the in-world holiday called Life Day. It's called the Life Day Treasury, and it's written by George Mann and Kevin Scott. So one of the short stories, which takes place in the High Republic era, is called Heart of the Jedi. And this whole short story compilation is going to be released on September 7th. So that was a very interesting thing, because not too long after that, and by the way, given that it's in the High Republic era, it doesn't seem like the short story is going to be related to the novel, but it obviously has the same name. not too long after that announcement, so that was January 28th, I think March 4th, the Amazon book appeared. This bound copy of this book that's been on the website since 2015. And really, the last couple of weeks, the community has become a lot more aware of it, even though it's been up there since March. And you can see in the last couple of days, even the Amazon reviews went from 1 review to 26 just in, I think, 3 days. So that's
And
kind
right
of the
now it's
history.
number 4. Right now it's number 4 in the best Amazon sci-fi adventures. So it's number 4 as a paperback. So it's outperforming everything else. It's very incredible.
And it only comes in paperback at the time.
Yeah, there's no audio, so it's competing with audio. So like some people prefer audio versus paperback. So it's number 4, and it's beating everything else that says Star Wars. So it's pretty amazing.
Yes, it is.
I looked about a week ago, and Heart of the Jedi was at number 31 at the time. And at the same moment, the 31 overall, not sci-fi, 31 overall on Amazon best-selling books, period. While the High Republic stuff, the highest ranking book was like number 3,200. I mean, like it was just embarrassing bad.
Yeah, and I think what's interesting there is, I think part of that is obviously there's a lot of excitement around it. But I think given that it's been around since 2015, and it's just gotten this traction in the last couple of weeks. So I think a lot of people are probably super worried that Disney's going to pull it down and this is their last chance of getting that book. So that's definitely part of it. But the other part of it is that it seems like it's a pretty darn good story. So I know, Coach, you've got the title crawl to read through, and a little bit of a little bit taste of what it's in the novel itself.
Yeah, so you guys can see a better image here of the cover. And the title crawl, let me make it a little bigger for everybody. So Darth Vader, it's the Heart of the Jedi. Darth Vader and the Emperor are no more. The Alliance has officially become the New Republic. As Han Solo, Princess Leia, and new Chief of State Mon Mothma emerge triumphant against the diminishing Empire, the Imperial remnant fights on until the long silent Imperial Senate rises up to call for peace. But not everyone wants peace. The High Admiral Tharkus has made plans to ensure the Empire will reemerge under his rule. At his side stands the mysterious Dioscuri, beings of rare and deadly powers. For Luke Skywalker, exhausted from years of fighting, the time has come to depart upon a journey of discovery, a journey that will lead him to a secret long ago hidden by Obi-Wan Kenobi. Wow. That sounds amazing. I can't wait to get into that. I got to finish the book I'm in now, but that's going to be... I can't wait to see what that is about Obi-Wan Kenobi and that secret. Comments?
Yeah, there's I'm gonna be very excited when people read that first chapter. There's a specific part that it showcased look really, really amazingly. I wish that they could make a movie about that. It's just really nice.
And there are a couple of links that we can share with everybody in the chat that you can go and find out more information about this. I'm posting those now, 1, and here comes 2. So there are the links. And you guys have a little bit more. You got a little bit about the art here. Why don't you take us through this?
Oh, so that's actually, interestingly enough, that's the High Republic art for the we mentioned it earlier, the Life Day Treasury. So that and like we said, I don't think that's necessarily related, except in name. But I'm interested. Just we saw that lightsaber that is reminiscent of Kylo Ren's, except it's got a solid hilt instead of a light blade like Kylo's is. It looks unstable though.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. And I don't know that this is from the Heart of the Jedi short story either. This is the front cover of the Life Day Treasury, so it could be any of the 8 stories. And I don't think the 8 stories are just from the High Republic. I think they're from different time periods. I don't know, Felix, you can correct me if I'm wrong there.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, there's a, and if you go and look really closely at the beam of the light beam, you can see the instability of the kyber crystal. So it's really interesting that they chose the same design as what Kylo Ren had on his lightsaber, but in this case they don't have an open flame on the side. It's just more like a cross blade. It's pretty interesting.
Well, I have reached out to the author of the book and invited him on to the show, and at least to do an interview. Now, we talked about this not long ago, guys. I think, Thrawn, you were telling me that this gentleman wrote this book decades ago now, and this whole event kind of ruined his profession.
Yeah, and that's from his mouth, or from his words. If you go to that website, he's got this whole biography, and he explains exactly what went on. And from his own perspective, it ruined his writing career. And I think afterwards he went into academia, or back into academia, and had a successful career as a teacher. But his writing aspirations maybe were really struck hard by this series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
There was another thing that happened to him too, is that at the time that he was writing, making the draft for the agency, he didn't have a book agent. So he made there was decisions there that were not consulted, and that after a while he was waiting for months. I think is also in that biography. He was waiting to the publishing agency to kind of like say, yeah, you can go. But after months and months of waits, they say no, they were not interested anymore. And then the story got lost, and it's kind of like a really sad story. It's hopefully, I'm glad that he did it. I hope that he doesn't get into any problems with Disney.
Felix, can I ask, because I'm a little confused on how this book came about, and you guys obviously seem to have done the research. Was this something when he composed this book, when he wrote this, was he in touch with Lucasfilm? This was just something he wrote as a fan, or how did this play out to where this kind of poofed and disappeared for all these years?
Yeah, Tron, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that what happened is that after the Tron trilogy, they were looking for making more paperback novels at the time.
Lucasfilm Star Wars?
Yes, Lucasfilm. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Gotcha.
and then there was this publishing company that he was making all the decisions directly without a agent, and he started making his drafts, sending them to them. I believe that actually there was corrections and everything through the process, but it just died. Nothing happened after a while.
I think
so. The Lucasfilm Publishing Company of record, he was dealing with them directly, and they just kind of
it was not. It was. Let me see the name of the
his
publishing.
His editor is basically, his claim is that the editor dropped the ball. That the editor went unresponsive for several months, may be facilitated by the fact that he didn't have an agent to begin with, and they didn't take him. They didn't give him priority. So it sounds like a business problem that resulted in all this.
Okay, gotcha.
But he was approved. So it says here, he was commissioned and approved by Lucasfilm. So it was meant to be the first book in the trilogy, and it was going to be the first book of a trilogy taking place immediately after the destruction of the second Death Star. So from a timeline perspective, it was going to be right after Return of the Jedi, but it would have been released after the Thrawn trilogy completed, which started 5 years after Return of the Jedi. So in universe, it was sooner. In real life, it was later. If that makes sense.
I see.
And while you guys are getting your thoughts together, I want to break in here one more time. Black Dragon, thank you for saying that. That's exact. I mean, I guess I'm not being good at explaining myself. People who are not members who are here in the live streams, commenting and engaging with us, you are a valued community member. That was my point. Being just a subscriber and never being here, that means nothing. So it was not a call for memberships. It was not I think Rex is a valued community member, valued member of our community. So that's what I was trying to say. If people are misreading that, I'm sorry. You're going to have to deal with that. That's where I'm coming from. All right. So we got a lot of questions, Felix, and I already know your answer, but I want them to see your face light up. They're asking, is this book a good book?
Well, after reading 3 chapters, I believe so. I can't wait to read more. I'm being thrown back to the original trilogy. I'm an OT guy, and I'm loving it. You know, I wish I could read the whole book right now, but it's really good.
So now when we talked earlier, like yesterday or whatever, you were like, "Oh, it's so good." You're loving it.
Yes,
so,
I love it.
And it made you think a lot about that scene, like you mentioned.
Yeah, it made me think about the season 2 finale.
Okay.
Yeah,
and you've got a little something.
Yeah, there's something there. If you could please, with your voice, can you read that piece? And after that, I want to hear Valliant's Renegade opinion. You know, like just read that the way that you do, and let's see what happens.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah. Here we go. All right, hang on. Let me.
ASMR voice.
Just ham it up. Hey, ham it up.
The mic can't be too close.
Oh, here we go.
Don't want any plosives.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Is everybody ready? The Heart of the Jedi, page 6, because Felix already picked this passage out. Figures appeared there, only vague shadows at first. One moved forward. The first defenders, the stormtroopers, began to fire, their bolts angling into the roiling gray. In response, an odd, angry buzzing sound suddenly arose. At the same time, a short green beam of light came into being, one figure sweeping it around within the smoke, swinging out to parry the blaster shots with astounding speed, sending them bouncing away. The troopers stared, ceasing fire, momentarily nonplussed. In the brief lull, the one figure acted, rushing forward from the smoke into full view. It was a man in a jet-black uniform, a helmet with lowered blast visor over his head. He leaped swiftly and agilely into the first rank of the waiting troopers. The long blade of green light he held swung about from side to side with great swiftness and unerring aim, drawing glowing arcs in the hazy air, crackling with power as it struck opponents, slashing some foes down, throwing the rest into a panic.
Chills. Absolute chills.
What do you think, Valliant there? There's only one person, and you need to keep reading because they tell who it is. But there's only one person that can do that. Only one Jedi.
Do you want me to keep reading?
Well, if you want, I don't know.
No. I think that's good. I don't want
to. Let our community.
He's
go
doing the
check
ASMR stuff. He's gonna put the entire chat to sleep.
Yes,
don't want to do that. Don't want to do that.
We're gonna have 211 people passed out watching the stream with this. No, I'm kidding.
Single songwriter said Qui-Gon.
So Valliant, what do you think? Who you think it is, and what reminds you, if it reminds you of anything that you have seen around December?
Yeah, well, like you said, you kind of gave a precursor to that. It definitely, kind of lights that up. So yeah, it's sounds like a Lukish kind of moment. And look, this is one of those things we'll never know about. And you mentioned, will it be a movie or something like this? But this is the kind of thing when Luke came back. It was that Legends Luke, that EU Luke we had never seen. Maybe some of that inspiration, somebody, maybe somebody in Favreau's camp had a copy of this book, knew, it was coming out. But look, this book is number 30 on an Amazon bestseller list. If you don't think right now a guy like Favreau isn't looking at this book and its sales that are going off like frickin' hotcakes while the High Republic is in the toilet, and he's not looking at this book going, yeah, this could be a movie. yeah. Let me tell you, Favreau's a fan, guys. Favreau is a Star Wars dude. I mean, he's probably seeing, and I have not read it. I haven't gotten it. I want to get it. I might spend some time this summer reading it. I don't get time to read like I used to. But man, it's exciting. When I saw this book come out and I saw, where it was on the charts, it's like, it's that appetite for OG Star Wars that we all love. So I'm freaking thrilled.
And I think there's a link. I think Coach sent the link. There was a link for the people who cannot get access to this book. I think people that are not in the United States cannot get the book. The PDFs are there. Yeah, I'm not sure. Can you verify? I don't know if that fully, but I think there's a possibility that people who are not in the U.S. cannot get the book.
That's the case. Yeah, not the hardcover or not the bounded book that's on Amazon. I think that's U.S. Amazon only.
Yeah.
But
so the PDFs are there.
Yeah, the PDF is there. You can read it online. I'm going to link in chat just so that, because I know there was a few links that went out. It's the Star Wars Timeline.net. This is it here. So like we talked about, this has both the story, it has a PDF, and it has a little write-up by the author explaining what this was and how it came to be or not to be, as it were.
Well, that's awesome, guys.
Debbie went to sleep.
Yeah, I see that. So if we get the author here, Kenneth C. Flint, if we get him here, I want you guys on with us.
Yeah, sure.
That'll be awesome. That will be awesome. I'm hoping. So we'll see. If he calls right now, I'll put him on speakerphone. So
we need an audiobook version of this. Hang on, I've got Kathy Kennedy's cell phone number. I'll be right back. Let me call her.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Hang on.
Get him to come on and actually read it.
I know
she
this guy
said
Coach,
no.
he does.
She said no.
He does pretty good readings.
Yeah.
Well, I've enjoyed doing the ASMR channel. Like I'm in that book. I'll be doing part 3 soon. It's going to have 4 parts to it, and then I'm moving on to the original Star Wars novel from '76, and I'm going to have visuals from the movie play when I'm talking about those scenes. It's going to be awesome. Like and I'm going to have Ralph McQuarrie art to go with it. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. Be a fun
You're
project.
Gonna get some lawsuits. I got the first notification for that ASMR channel when I was in the car driving, and I queued it up, and I fell asleep behind the wheel, got pulled over by a state trooper.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Using the Force. Using the Force. All right, Debbie Young.
Don't ever do that while you're driving.
Yeah, for real. Debbie Young with a $5 super chat. I'm going to have you guys respond to these super chats. Here we go. Debbie Young with $5. The SJWs need to get a life. Coach, they're going to make you play the No-No song a lot tonight. I'll just donate the money now. Well, I'll tell you what, Debbie. This video's for you.
N-O, N-O, no, 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 no.
With whipped cream and a cherry on top.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Tumblr90 with a $50 Canadian super chat. Thank you, Tumblr90. He says, howdy, guys. Think I'm going to get this book. Sounds sweet. Absolutely. And speaking of getting this book, we have one that Bob A., one of our members, has donated, and we're going to be letting it go. And I'll tell you what, this is a special one. This is a special one because it has a May the 4th print date. It's the only one.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. So this one that we're giving away tonight has a May the 4th, And this is the one that I actually opened and read to you guys. So it makes it even. I'm just kidding. That means nothing. All right. Debbie Young with a $2.99 super chat. She says, "Here is my money for the no-no jar if needed." Thank you, Debbie. Coach, you keep reading. Thud. And Cred Socks sends a 99-cent super sticker. She is asleep. And Yesser and Sorry with a £4.99 99 pence super chat. "I ordered the book off Amazon in the UK. I hope Valiant Renegade is right about Jon Favreau looking into the book and a potential movie with EU Luke." Heck yeah. And
Give it
Debbie
time.
Young, $2. Sexy voice made me pass out. I tell you what, guys, there's a division amongst the fan base when you're talking about these EU books, these Legends books that are no longer canon, according to Disney. That's a whole nother conversation. What's canon? Well, that comes down to you. Well, from Disney, these books are not canon, but they're pulling from the Legends, and there's a lot of people who are going, that's sacrilege, it should be the entire story, don't pull from it. I like them taking elements from the Legends and using them loosely to guide as an outline and give us better Star Wars in the future. At least we know what they're pulling from is good Star Wars. Maybe that could help Disney out. That's what I say. So if we get a Ahsoka series and a Book of Boba Fett that has a loose outline of Thrawn's trilogy from Timothy Zahn, I think that's a win for the fan base. But there's a lot of people who would disagree with me. What say you guys? Think about those thoughts. And I do want to play this video for Debbie Young, Yesser and Sorry, CredSox05, Tumblr 90. This video is for you. We are UR Echo Base Network. All right. So what say you guys? Should they be pulling from the Legends?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah. No, they should be. I mean, they have a built-in fan base here. I mean, this from a financial perspective, and guys in the audience here at Echo Base know what I do for a living. I've talked about it here enough. You know, I've been in the financial industry for 20 years. When you have something that is a proven financial success, then you keep running with it. I mean, they can't pull from everything on the EU. They have to make decisions based on what translates well into cinema. And there's things that they can, exactly. I haven't read this book. I tell you what, actually, I just ordered it on Amazon. While you guys were talking about it, I went on to Amazon on my other screen and I ordered that book. So I'm reading it. The last Star Wars book I read was the book about oh Lord, I just had a brain fart. The Palpatine book. Holy hell, I can't remember the name of it.
Darth Plagueis.
Darth Plagueis. Thank you. Just went out for a second there. Yeah, Darth Plagueis. So this will be the next book I read. But they have great, amazing property, regardless of what Kathy Kennedy's stupid frickin' comment was years ago about, well, we don't have 800-page novels to draw from, and we don't have comic books and all this kind of... I don't care. Yes, you did. And they're finally figuring it out now, and guess what sells? It's those 800-page novels that you denied the existence of. Surprise, surprise. And that's where they are. So absolutely. I think they could draw from this. I think they should draw from elements of the EU. They have a massive fan base. I mean, you look at the number of people that sub to channels like Star Wars Theory that watch his stuff. All he does all day long is talk about all these EU books and stuff. I mean, it's tremendous. Finally, some people up there are waking up to realizing, oh, we actually have to make money with Star Wars? Oh, it's a surprise. So, yeah, absolutely. Want to see it. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a way to get the data on how books are selling in Amazon. I don't know if that's possible at all, but, it would be interesting to see how the book is doing sell-wise, but could tell, how the trends,
Well, they have their bestseller list. Yeah.
And the thing is like this could just be the beginning. Like it's just now starting to get traction now.
Bingo.
Like if I don't know if this book is going to have a decrease, like if the momentum is just going to keep going. I know that RK Outpost posted about this book. It had a surge in sales, and it's continuing. So if you have not, and here's the message that I got from the man directly below me. He said, "You better go get this book before it's too late, Coach. You better go get this book before it's too late."
Yeah. I hope he doesn't get into trouble. I don't know what is the legalities of this. I hope he doesn't get into trouble for
I don't think the author necessarily put it up on Amazon. That's not.
Who was the publisher and the distributor? Wait, let me go back and look.
Let me see.
Galena Books.
I'm going to go to the back cover here. See if it's on there. I mean, I'll put it this way. A publisher would not have gone out on a ledge to publish a book that they did not feel confident their legal team had, told them, oh, no, you can do this. Because if it's a small publisher, I'm just telling you from a business perspective, as a guy who's done this long, they're not going to get into a war with Disney.
Does Amazon allow for self-publication? Because that's all it might be. I mean, that there's
check this out, guys. So, trademark, Kenneth C. Flint and Lucasfilm Limited, all rights reserved. This PDF version has been produced for fans free of charge and is not available for retail sale or distribution. No copyright infringement is intended or implied. This paperback edition is an unlicensed fan printing, and only the printing cost may be charged. No profit of any kind may be made from this edition. Please support the official creator. So I'll tell you what.
There you go.
And Felix and Thrawn actually had this comment before. Let's get this man on the show and let's do a GoFundMe for this man because he deserves it.
Yeah,
Somebody said, now that I think about it, somebody said this book was a POD. Print on demand.
It
for
is.
Those of you who don't, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so there you go. That's what it is. The $10.79 price on Amazon I'm looking at right now is probably the base level POD cost. Amazon gets their nut. He's probably not making a penny on it. There you go. And when he put, the Lucasfilm mention in there, that means whatever contract he had 30 years ago, there's probably some stipulation in there, some wiggle room, because I can't imagine he went and did this without consulting, some legal expertise. So if he's not profiting from it, there's nothing that he can get technically in trouble for. So
yeah. Well, remember, this has been up on that website since 2015. This is just making it into Amazon for printing.
Yeah.
And like you said, if this is a print on demand and there's some sort of facility for you to self-publish or print a book that's what essentially amounts to fan fiction at this point, because it was not published, maybe. Maybe there's no holds barred now.
Felix, do you want this May the 4th print edition?
Oh, I already have one. Okay. I already had it May the 4th, and I also have it May the 3rd. And I just noticed something on your book where it says "Made in USA." Which state it was printed? I think it says Las Vegas. What's on yours?
Mine is Columbia, South Carolina.
This one is Middletown, Denver. So I guess it's being printed in different places. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is. Very neat. That is very neat. All right.
I'm sorry. My daughter's trying to scoot past on the floor, so she's not on camera right now. I'm laughing my butt
off. Bob A., I do see what you're saying. So I actually bought the May the 4th one. Felix has sent me a book to do a giveaway, and it has not arrived yet. It's not here, but it will be here, and we will be giving that away. So, Bob, I am, with your permission, I'm going to give this one away. This is the one that I had purchased, and I got the 3 that you brought that came. They were May the 3rd print dates. I'm going to keep one of yours, and I'm going to give this May the 4th one away, if that's okay with you. So basically, this is coming from you. That's the way I see it. We are giving away a Heart of the Jedi paperback edition. And this one has been donated to us from Bob A., one of our members here. So, yes, my friend, you do get the credit on this. So, thank you so much for your generosity and your kindness. So, this one. So, Thrawn, give everybody the word on how to enter this, and we'll do this giveaway.
Sure. Let's give me a second here to set it up.
Yeah.
But once I give the go in chat, I'll type out the word. Let's call it heart. Okay, so you'll type heart, lowercase, to enter, but wait for me to put it in chat before you do.
Okay. Yep. Wait on him to do it first. If you do it early, it won't count. So Void, we're going to tell you in just a moment. While we're doing that, let me hit some super chats. Jedi Master Lawrence with a $5 super chat. She says, using the EU elements could bring fans to read the EU materials. Those who read them could point it out to those who have not. Great point. It always gives us such good conversation. And I'll tell you what, a friend of mine who teaches history across the hall, very good friend of mine, his name is Jim. He has a channel called Fast Food Fitness. He comes in here from time to time. Jim had a box of comic books, guys, from when he was a child. And he brought them to school and left them on my desk for me to go through. He wasn't giving them to me. He was giving them to me to look through. So I started looking through them, and I found the 4-part series from Return of the Jedi. And I was like, oh, snap. That's something that I've always wanted myself and never had. I sat there and read those books. And oh my gosh. Did you know that in the original 1982 Marvel adaptation of Return of the Jedi, Yoda didn't die after Luke left him?
Well.
He didn't die. Luke just said, see you later, man. And he walked out and left. And then Kenobi showed up, and Kenobi said something in that comic to Luke in that conversation. He said that Leia was not going to be, powerful enough to take on Vader. That Luke was the last Jedi and the last hope. You are the last hope. You were the last of the Jedi. Your twin sister, even though she's your sister, she's not capable. That was in Marvel's 1982 Return of the Jedi Volume 4 adaptation. And I was like, wow. I just love reading that kind of stuff and seeing the story presented differently. So, anyways, just interesting. Leads to some really good conversation. We also have a super chat from our friend that is now no longer available to highlight. Daryl the Derelict with a $5 super chat. Disney Lucasfilm pulling from the EU gives me the hope that Star Wars is climbing out of the cellar and we could get Mara Jade. Heck yeah, man. I'm all about that. Let's go.
Could happen.
Yeah, who doesn't want a redheaded Force user? Let's go. So, and Dave Bob with $5. What kills me is KK said they had nothing to draw from. I know, right? That's crazy. So we got a whole bunch of hearts thrown.
Yeah, if anyone is spamming, please don't. You'll be disqualified. And if you didn't do it before you saw my message show up, please do it again.
So last call to type heart to enter the giveaway. Not in quotes. Lowercase heart.
All right, and we are ready when you are, Coach.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, hit it. Engage. Do you know what that's from, Valiant? Just testing you. Engage.
Engage? Yeah, TNG.
Okay.
The winner is J-Man.
You serious? Like I wouldn't know what that was?
J-Man!
Back when Picard was actually still Picard.
Yeah, I know, right? J-Man.
Started.
J-Man is the winner. J-Man is the winner. I'm sending it to Canada, hey? Yeah, let's go.
Did you say hey or a?
Hey, shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew when I did that, I knew that, and I was like, I'm not going to correct myself. Maybe nobody called it, but I forgot you were here. All right. So
Don't get me started on Canada and South Park accents, because I could do that all night.
J-Man is the winner. Thank you, J-Man, and thank you to everybody who entered the giveaway. That is awesome. So here's what we want to do. Felix, as you continue reading the book, I want you to come back and give us an update. Because the book is huge.
Yeah.
I am looking at chapter 30 right now, 31, 30.
Well.
And I'll tell you what, so after the end, I don't know if you looked at this, Felix.
Mm-hmm.
The history of how Heart of the Jedi and how it didn't get published by the author.
Oh, there we go.
That's
on the website.
That's on one of the links that were. That's yeah.
Well, I'm glad I ordered this book.
So Felix has actually one more reveal, if you don't think it's too spoilerific, Felix, about the villain. That's super interesting.
Oh yeah, I think I was asking Tron because I never read the other trilogy, the Tron trilogy, and I was asking him if Tron was a morpher, and
like a shapeshifter.
A shapeshifter, and the villain here is a shapeshifter, like the lady in Attack of the Clones episode 2, but to a different level. It's more horrific. So
well, I don't want to. I know certain people in this channel have not seen Deep Space Nine, but if you've seen Deep Space Nine,
yeah,
you know about shapeshifters.
It's every week, man. It's every week.
Yes,
Nick's
sir.
not even here.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to pick up the slack for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
because
awesome.
I guess after the Emperor died, they this villain saying, okay, in a way, the Emperor was more in tune with the Force. So now that he's a more military guy, he's kind of saying, now we can kind of like beat the rebels because we're more military oriented. So we're more capable without the Emperor in his eyes. He's kind of thinking that without the Emperor, now they can execute the military operation against the rebels in a more efficient manner. So, so yeah, it's an interesting take.
So people are just coming in late. If you were late to the party tonight, the book is called Star Wars: The Heart of the Jedi by Kenneth C. Flint. You could purchase it today. I believe it's $10 on Amazon, and you need to get it before it's gone. It is a book that was written in 1992, I do believe, and is just now being printed. And go get it. Go get it, go get it, and we are going to continue to reach out to Kenneth C. Flint and invite him and try to get him here for everybody. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in and doing that, and that was really good. So we need updates on this, and yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, see y'all later.
See you. Bye.
All right, we got a super chat from Matt Risman, who says, everyone please smash the like and register yourself chain codes before you leave, and then move along. Thank you very much, Matt. So Matt, Dave Bob, Daryl the Derelict, Jedi Master Lawrence, and Debbie Young, you are Echo Base Network, and you know that. And this video is for you.
Hello, I am Vincent, which means vital information necessary centralized.
And my name's Bob, Biosanitation Battalion.
We wish to welcome you to Echo Base Network, where we keep Star Wars alive and remember why we fell in love with it in the first place.
That's right, Vincent. And I think the best thing about EBN is that they're a home to all fans. Even old rust buckets like me.
Old rust bucket indeed. Okay, everyone, it's time for the show. And remember, we are, you are.
Echo Base Network.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. It is time for shotgun pop-ins. So let me explain the rules to everybody. The link is in chat. Mods, if you will keep that and post that from time to time. So what we're going to do is we're opening up shotgun pop-ins where you could join me and Valiant, and you can give us your take on one of the two things. You can come in and talk about the book that we just discussed, The Heart of the Jedi. What are your thoughts here? And you could also talk about what we discussed earlier, The Bad Batch. So those are the two things. You're welcome to do both if you want to. 60 seconds, we're going to use that loosely. 90 seconds max, guys. I do have a 60-second counter. I'm going to say time, just to kind of let you know when the 60 seconds is up so you can finish your final thought. We will ask you to not move on to another thought because, use your time wisely, kids. Use your time wisely. So the good thing Valliant Renegade's not popping in. He's quite verbose. All right, here we go. Shotgun pop-ins. We're going to start it off with a very special Happy Mother's Day to EBN's very own Mama Bear, who is the EBN mother to us all. So shotgun pop-ins, it is time. All right. Hey there.
Hello.
Hey, happy Mother's Day.
Hello.
I love the C-3PO shirt.
That's
all right,
my boy.
All right, so we're going whatever you want to tell us. I'm going to go ahead and start the timer when you're ready.
I didn't hear what you said the choices were.
Oh, we were talking Bad Batch, and we're talking this new book. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to tell us, it's totally up to you, Debbie.
The choices
Bad Batch,
are whatever she wants to talk
I
about.
love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the Bad Batch for sure. It has beaten what my expectations were. It has lit a spark that has gotten brighter and brighter. I think Omega is going to be extremely special. I'm not saying like Grogu, but it's going to be something we're not expecting. And she's got something to do with Nala, because she's dressed like her. She's got the same amulet on her head like her.
Yes.
There's something going on there that we're going to find very interesting. I picked up so much like that, but the interaction between how am I doing on time? The interaction between her and the guy she's whatever his
Hunter.
name is.
Hunter.
Yes.
Hunter.
Is perfect, and I love the way the other guys all interact. Can't wait. Crosshairs is going to be a no guy. He's leaving.
I have a prediction that you are. Crosshair will turn out to be a fan favorite when he comes back to being good and the inhibitor chip's gone. People are going to love him. People are going to love
He
him.
will,
I'm calling it.
I've said
That's what Filoni did with Ahsoka.
I think he will.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes. Okay,
Yep.
I will pass my time on, and I will come back later if we're allowed.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. We love you. Thank you.
I love you too. Bye.
All right. So, yeah, the Richard 30 seconds or less. The video still says 30 seconds or less. I got to go fix that. I forgot. Okay, well,
You
sue me.
screwed up, Coach.
Yeah, I
You
did. Yeah, I
screwed.
did. Hey, all the things I do around here for the production, forgot one little thing. All right, so here we go.
You get no forgiveness.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. If you catch me slipping, it's on because people are going to let me know. All right, here comes the J-Man.
How's
Let's
it
go.
going, guys?
Oh,
So
great.
I won.
You won.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I'm so
you've won before.
No. There was a mistake. Nick thought I'd won before in the early
Okay.
days of EBN, and then it was like a big whole thing. But
He-
no.
You know, Nick does that to people. He like
I
makes
know.
people like, oh, it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
you
I
won
was
You
this.
won one of Coach's bathroom books. Congratulations.
That's okay.
It's so amazing.
I'll be reading.
There's
it in
a
the
reason the
bathroom,
paper's yellow.
I'm going to read it in the bathroom myself. So literally, while we were doing this contest, I thought, let me go on Amazon and just order this because I'm not going to win, and I'd rather just order it then. So I was literally about to order it on my phone. I could show you my cart, and then I'm like, everyone's like, J-Man. I'm like, yeah.
It's
I'm
the
like,
force.
It is the force.
the
It's
force.
very weird.
All right, you ready?
So, yeah, go for it. Yeah.
You're
All right,
looking for.
go.
Okay, so yeah, happy about the book. I'm going to definitely read it and check it out when I get it. So that's awesome. And I'll tweet you my info, all that after. But Bad Batch was the damn best, man. I was like super pumped. I didn't realize it was going to be an hour and a bit. I thought it was going to be like a half an hour thing. So I was really surprised. Characters are so well designed, great naming. I instantaneously remembered all the characters, what they do based on their names, just the design of them. Really like simplistic but complicated. Simplicity, is that a thing? So I thought that was really well handled. Each character is very unique and it is diverse. I mean, I don't know what they're talking about. Every character is different. So I know maybe skin color, but who cares? All the stormtroopers are white, so technically it's always been whitewashed, hasn't it? Yeah, so I really love Bad Batch. I thought it was awesome. Didn't see episode 2 yet, but I'm going to watch it tonight.
Absolutely. Well, you're the man.
Good.
Thank you. That's how you do a pop in. A shotgun pop in.
That was, yeah.
Holy
you
crap.
nailed it, J-Man.
Everybody
Frickin'
can't do
nailed
that.
it.
I can't do that.
Freaking nailed it.
Like, wow.
I
All
can't
right.
do that.
I couldn't even.
Yeah.
I couldn't mentally keep up with him. He kept staying ahead of me. Like, you're the man, bro.
Thank you so
Congratulations
much,
on
guys.
winning. And yes, we will holler at you later, bro.
All right, cool, man. Thanks, guys.
Hey, send me a DM on Twitter.
I'll tweet you.
Mailing. Yep.
Yep.
You're
Cool,
the man.
man.
All right. See you, dude.
Peace.
All right. Richard, the answer is yes. You can absolutely. Look, this is Shotgun Pop-Ins. Come in here and tell us whatever you want to tell us. Here we go with my namesake, Mr. Eddie Gannon. Let's go.
Hey, guys.
Hey, buddy. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
By the way,
let's go.
Eddie has started making content, so go and subscribe to Eddie Gannon.
Very cool.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome aboard.
All right, here we go. Starting it now. Ready, go.
Yeah, I'd like to talk about the Bad Batch. Two very solid episodes. The Omega, Omega character, she kind of reminds me of the princess out of Neverending Story, if you remember that. It was back in the early 80s. But I'm the same age as Coach, by the way. But so as I say, two very solid episodes. Like the first one was action packed. The second one was kind of like pulling at the heartstrings, and I really enjoyed them. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
Like on the outside of that, you have like the race card. I don't understand that. It's just confusing to me, you know.
What's confusing to you? What part?
Like the red, like the whitewashing.
Oh yeah,
The race card. He said the race card. Yeah.
Well, because people are going to complain about something,
Yeah.
and I'm with you, man. Like the Bad Batch is a great escape for me, and I think the whole whitewashing thing. Now the critics are going to say, "Well, of course you see it that way, Coach. You're white."
Yeah.
And I get that, but I think I just I'm sorry they feel that way, but Star Wars shouldn't be about that, and I don't care if they're all brothers from South Central. I don't care, whatever.
I'm the same. I mean, the fact of the matter is, like, it's supposed to be the balance of the Force. Like, it's not about left or right. Like it's just about like the balance, like keeping it balanced, like good versus bad. It's simple. It's what we can follow, and it's like it takes us away from politics real world, everything.
That's right.
That's what it's about, you know.
Yep.
And like, it's just sad to me, like I mean, we don't have. I mean, we have politics over here, but I mean, we don't really care about it. You know, it's just. Yeah. It's like, as I say, it's not about like the Constitution. I mean, it's like most of it is about the Constitution, but like, I mean, the law kind of has their own Constitution anyway. But I mean, it's just like I just don't get it.
It's supposed to be Star Wars. It's supposed to be entertainment. It's supposed to be escapism. Yeah. And real quick, one thing you said, I forgot to mention earlier, and you nailed it, and I forgot to bring this up. The whole thing about Omega's headdress, I was struck by the same visual that you were. That was ripped right out of Neverending Story. Yeah. With the unnamed princess.
Moonchild!
That was, it looks just like it. And I don't think, I seriously, guys, I don't think that was an accident. I don't think it was an accident. You talk about Filoni and Favreau. These are guys who are lovers of that 80s genre. I don't think that was an accident one bit. And I thought that was so cool because it struck me the same way. That's it. I just wanted to mention that because you brought up a great point.
Eddie, thank you for popping in. You were the man. Eddie's one of our Jedi masters. Ed, and Eddie. Love the shirt.
Thanks.
We'll see you, bro. All right. See you, man.
Take care, man.
All right. So, you know what? And Eddie mentioned the Neverending Story. Valiant, the Neverending Story, first edition 1983 hardcover. That is on my desired list. And I lost one on eBay today. The edges were kind of bent up a little bit.
Legit, like recreation from the movie version.
Oh, no. Not that. You could buy one of those any day. You know, those are $100, $200. I want a legit first edition, like
of the
book.
Yeah.
And it went for like $85. It wasn't in great shape, and it was just more than I was willing to pay for it. But that is something I need in my life, so I that is on my list. I just wanted to say that.
I hear you. Right. Let's stop talking about it because otherwise Hollywood is going to try to go back and reboot that movie, and.
No, leave that movie alone.
No.
Leave that movie alone.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
Love it. The nothing. The nothing. How's that voice?
That was great.
Did you know that I'm a great voice actor? Like, I can do Alf. Hey, Willie, where's Lucky?
Did you eat a cat? I loved Alf, man.
Yeah.
I loved Alf.
All right, here we go with... Hang on, I got to do it again to get me back on track because I am off.
Do it.
1 minute or less.
All right, sorry. We're back.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
Jedi Master Lawrence. Are you ready?
Hey, guys. Yes. Well,
all right.
About the
clone, I'm starting it now.
Well, with the whitewashing, it has to do with if you photocopy something, eventually the colors are going to fade, right? So that would make more sense on why it's quote unquote whitewashing. It's just the DNA starting to fail. Yes, and I also thought Omega did look like the internal Empress from Neverending Story.
Mm-hmm.
She was in that. Who's to say that she could be some random Naboo former queen? From the one from Sith was actually is Samoan. So it could be her. So,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, awesome.
Yeah.
We'll see where Omega goes. I like her. So get some more of that origin story and her special abilities, and I'm on board. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jedi Lawrence, thank you for coming in. You were awesome. We appreciate you, ma'am.
Yep. Bye.
All right. Bye. Ted, the old Star Wars nerd.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Ted!
Hey.
What's up, brother?
All right.
Hey, breaking
you were on the
news.
block.
breaking news: Ryan Johnson's new trilogy is going to be the never-ending story, going in with the princesses.
All right, got to get rid of him, guys. Sorry, we can't do that. No.
No. He got it. He was halfway right. It's not the never-ending story. It's the never-happening story.
Ooh, it's the nothing.
Oh.
It's the nothing.
Oh.
Look,
Yeah.
Jay, that junk man's back there going, these fandom ministers, I swear.
Oh, God. All right, start
I can't wait to
Ted's
get you. You're
clock
next,
over.
boy. You're next.
Start his clock over.
All right, here we go. Ready? All right, go.
Okay, I've seen both of the Breaking Bad Batch episodes. I really like them. I think they're going to go in a good direction. Not quite sure about this Omega character. I might be agreeing more with Nick. She seems a little off. Plus, if she's a clone, clones can't. I guess they could have affected the DNA and changed her to female, but so that would make her a clone of who? Like you said, who could she be a clone of? And also, they could be mixing in that what'd you say, Lama Sue's DNA? Maybe they're taking that and making her a little bit of that. So, but yeah, who knows? And then you said with the headdress and the princesses from the Neverending Story, who knows? But yeah, Omega seems a little off to me. I don't know how they're going to work her in, but I'm interested in see how they're going. I think they've done a great job so far, getting the story going, getting back on track, showing the Order 66 from another point of view. I think it's just been great. I think they're doing good, and I hope to see more.
I'll tell you what.
Sweet, bro.
My prediction is, and this is what I hope. This isn't just a prediction; it's a hope. I hope that. I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we've ever seen a clone of a Force user. We've seen it. We've seen it in literature, but we've never seen it on screen.
I watched a fan film of it.
I think that's what Omega is going to be.
Yes, ignoring the sequel trilogy of a clone of
Yeah.
a Force user. We're not going to get into that, but
Wait, she wasn't a clone. Rey wasn't a clone.
no, but Palps was.
Smoke.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rey's parents
Yeah,
got down.
Snoke.
They got down.
Well, okay, you bring that up, so I'll say this: there is some talk out there, and again, this is all fan conjecture, so this is nothing official. This is grain of salt, academic, let's have fun stuff. But there is some talk out there that Omega may be part of that cloning process that Palpatine initiated prior to his demise in ROG. So it's out there. But here's the thing. You know, they brought in Omega, and I think that there was, and I don't want to jump into the political story that we discussed and said we're going to sideline that earlier, but I don't think it's necessarily an accident that the way that Omega was animated was, let's face it, the facial features, the hair, and everything. It's a girl. They've said she's a girl, but she was animated rather gender ambiguously.
Yeah.
You know, to where she could be either. And I don't know if that's a process of where they're going with the story or if it was something else, but blah, blah, blah. But it's an interesting concept. And like I said, that's why I said in the beginning when we started the Bad Batch discussion that I'm hungry to see more. I'm giving it a wide berth. It's Filoni. You know, I like the guy. I know he has his political assuasions, but that said, you know, I think it's going to be a good show. I think it'll be fun. I think the characters will be good. I think, you know, we just need to kind of hang tight and wait and see.
Well, I back to Omega. She's going to be a clone of a Force user. She's going to have the Force, and it's going to make her very unique. And I wasn't like Melissa, one of our members here. Hail, Melissa, love you. She is bringing up Jorus Kaboth, who was a clone of. He was a Dark Jedi clone of Jorus Kaboth. I know people pronounce that differently, but you know, yeah. I was just getting at. Omega will be the first person we've ever seen like in an episode or a movie who is going to be. I think that's what it is, guys. And
I hope so.
I've already said it. I think the Bad Batch are going to sacrifice themselves to save her, and that she'll play a role some kind, somewhere, somehow. We're going to get that. So, Ted, you're the man. Appreciate you popping in. We're going to move over to Sanford and Son. I mean, that junk man. My bad. All right. See you, Ted.
I got.
Well, I do have a Sanford Son pop over here. So.
Let's go.
Sanford and Son.
Let's go. I love that
Grew
shirt,
up on-
Junkman.
I grew up on Sanford.
You're selling those. Yeah,
Yep,
you're selling those.
Junkman.
That's right.
Yep.
Very cool.
I'm going to be really fast because I don't know any of these two, but I want to correct y'all because it's a pet peeve and I see it said a lot. Kennedy was asked about writing episode 9, and she said episode 9 didn't have a book to base it on. She never said that there was no EU, there was no hundreds of books to go on. The quote is always misquoted where she's talking about episode 9 had no story to base it on. So I just want to clear that because it's like when she went to an old girls' school and Nike gave her a shirt, everybody, the internet went crazy on that.
So when she said there was no source material, that's the
in
quote.
the Rolling Stones interview, she said that she's asked, "Is the final episode a tough nut to crack?" And she goes on saying, "Yes, there was nothing to base it on. There wasn't even a book for the trilogy to base on."
Right, I got you.
Well,
so that's my 30 seconds. I got some problems with Kennedy too, but I don't like the last sequel. I don't like Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that Junkman, we love him. He's our brother, but and it's okay that he likes some of it. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, totally.
You like what you like, and if somebody don't like it, they.
Hey, I don't care nothing about the Bad Batch. I don't care nothing about Rebels or Clone Wars. So
yeah, I was about to say here. Let me do this. Look, here we go. Junkman, if somebody doesn't, if they give you a hard time because you like something that they don't, they can kiss you.
N-O, no, 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 no.
Okay,
that's all I got to say.
I got you close to saying that word. That's what I need. And your little robots are stuck in my head. That voice is stuck in my head from watching you.
Oh yeah, that's awesome
Black
stuff,
hole,
man.
baby.
Well, did you want to say anything? What Bad Batch?
No, I saw y'all talking about that Kennedy. I was doing some editing. Y'all were in the background, and it always bugs me. That Nike T-shirt bugs me whenever people bring it up without bringing up the whole interview or how it's
all good.
You know how you Phantom Menace guys are.
Well, I tell you what.
Not
the
you
truth,
guys.
the truth. Yeah, the truth is the truth. So we appreciate that, man. We do.
Okay. I'll talk to you about doing Saturday if I can come on talk to us. I got a list already.
You're on.
Okay, I'll talk with you.
You're on. Okay,
have a
see
good
you,
one,
bro.
guys.
All right, my brother from just down the road, Albertville. Let's do this.
Uh-oh.
There he is, Sean. Sean.
Yes, I'm sort of lagging. Sorry. I'm very much lagging now. I don't know what's happened. I just got my internet.
You're good now.
upgraded to
You're good.
200 gig. Okay, there we go. About the Bad Batch.
Okay.
At first, I didn't really like Omega, but what you said about what she could be and all that, and I would keep this in mind. You was talking about the thing that she had on her head. Kyber crystal is in that thing.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
So you think that's a Kyber crystal on her head?
It's like a
in the jewel.
The jewel,
right.
yeah. That's cool. I like that idea.
How the freak did I not think of that?
Yeah, no kidding. I'm thinking the same thing now. Like I feel like I've done it.
Oh my gosh. That's not just a piece of jewelry. That's special.
Yeah.
What did she do with it? Dude. She took it off and she did something with it. Do we know what she did with it?
I don't think she threw. I never saw her throw it away.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
She just took it
That's
off.
all I had, because that's when you said something about the thing. I thought that's got to be a Kyber crystal. Kyber crystal.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Well, we'll
appreciate y'all.
Hey, you're the man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
See you, bro. Everybody, he's a moderator. He makes it go at the Burnett work. He runs it. He is the Richard. Let's go.
Richard.
Hey, aloha, everybody.
Aloha.
Good God, man. No, you're not. You're giving me way too much credit here. I'm just a name.
Oh no. We know.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I haven't been hearing a tad bit, like on live. How you guys
it's
doing?
going well. It's going well. Nick is out of town at a friend of his who's having a memorial, but he wishes he could be here. But he, It's good. He'll be back next week. Everything's going well. Everything's good, man. Summertime's almost here. Let's celebrate.
That's right. The weather's getting better, and I've actually, because the weather's getting better, I'm actually getting able to go into the rest of my house and find some of the little treasures that I have. So
right.
I put a couple of them back here.
Well, I'm going to start your time whenever you're ready. You ready?
Oh shit! I thought we were live.
No, we are live. It's a. I'm sorry, the Richard. It's shotgun pop-ins. You have around a minute. So
the clock is going, bro.
Are you ready?
I apologize for cussing. Yes, I'm ready.
Hey, hold up. Let me go ahead and here. I gotta do it. Look, guys. It's all good. It's all good. But I gotta hit him with the no. I gotta hit him with.
N-O.
All right, we'll do the short version. Okay. All right. 60 seconds starts now.
All right, guys. So you guys all know that I design board games and tabletop games. So I got this Millennium Falcon, which is, I believe, from Rebels, and it's to scale. I actually designed one on my own that is exactly the same size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it apart and make two halves so that we can have a game that is triple or double this size. So we'll be able to play with 1-inch figures. Also, I've never played this. I did open it up, and it's freaking awesome. I love Stratego. I just wanted to bring that out. I don't know if anybody are Stratego fans, but you get to play all the different characters. I don't know from what sagas or whatever. I've had this for a while when I had my comic book shop. And, real quick, I want to plug, when I was in the Army, Schofield Barracks, 322, Honolulu, Hawaii. I wanted to promote that because I found that shirt when I was looking for a Star Wars shirt. And then lastly, now this one isn't necessarily valuable. I could tell you it's valuable to me because I've been wanting to rip these open for years because I do photography with my toys. So I've got the twins.
Awesome, dude. What do you do photography? Like, what do you set up dioramas or what do you do?
I thought you knew. Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I do full on. I'm more of a special effects artist and former club promoter, designing my own lighting. So I do full on dioramas, anything and everything. And I was bedridden when I closed my store, so I had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of toys, and I opened them all up and I started taking pictures of them.
That's awesome, dude.
6,000 pictures in 4 months.
Yeah, so I met a man online who sold me his original Kenner Star Wars collection. It was in his basement. He was in his 70s. He was in Vermont, and I had to have it loaded onto an 18-wheeler and delivered to my house. It was an enormous collection. And that's what he did, Richard. He opened them up in 1980 and set up dioramas and did photography. Thousands.
Did he make a book?
He did not, but thousands and thousands of pictures and thousands of original Star Wars toys. And like he still had boxes of unopened ones. And I was able to get the entire collection, and it was like toy heaven, man. It was like toy heaven. So, have you ever seen any of our stop motion videos?
Well, I was talking with Nick.
They're atrocious. Yeah, you'll die, but they'll be entertaining.
That's the thing. We're going to collaborate. I was talking to Nick. We are. I guess he didn't tell you, but yeah, we are going to. We're in talks. I'm in talks with your guys. Okay.
Okay. Great. Yeah. Great. Well, he's the one to talk with. I'm harder to reach, as you know, but now we've connected.
Correct.
All right, bro. Well, glad you popped in. You were the man.
Aloha, everyone. You guys are the men's. Okay? Bye-bye.
All right. See you, bro.
Great job,
all right.
Richard.
Orange Hat Reviews is in the house. I have really enjoyed Orange Hat Reviews defending the fandom on Twitter. What's up, brother?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Doing well. So if I'm not mistaken, you sent a couple of direct messages to one of those whitewash Twitter people.
Direct messages, DMs, no, but I have had some back and forth with them, and then they started started saying the whole white privilege stuff, and I'm like, all right, I'm growing bored of this. So I just
and you exited the conversation. I remember that.
Yeah,
I read that. Yep.
I grow bored. When you guys start going this route, I just grow really bored of it.
I hear you, bro.
The ignorance you can't, you really honestly can't converse with them when they get to that level.
They can't have a logical conversation. Totally you try. That's all you can do. Well, bro, we're going to go ahead and start this shotgun now whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. The Bad Batch, I got to say that I'm actually impressed by it. And one of the things that I did notice, besides that it's not whitewashed, is that it's actually reminiscent to some of the things from behind the scenes of Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. George Lucas cared a lot about child psychology, especially during the reveal of Vader being Luke's son. He wanted to know if kids would actually be able to handle that. So, not saying that this whole reveal of Omega has that kind of blow to people, but it does, or they did do a lot of child psychology in the second episode, looking how she was reacting to all sorts of different situations. Mm-hmm. And I go over it in my review, but it was really interesting to see. Also, I honestly do believe she might actually be a Force-sensitive Jango Fett female clone. Mm-hmm. They can, or that it is actually possible in real life to tweak a chromosome to just tweak the X chromosome and remove the Y. And you got a female clone. So, yeah.
Well, I love it. We'll see. That'll be something that's very interesting. I don't think there's any doubt that she's got the Force, though. But that's my prediction. But
judging by how quick she was able to shoot at Crosshair, I'm willing to bet that had to have been a Force reflex.
Right. I love it.
Yep. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Anytime, man. Thank you so much.
Take it easy.
All right. Let's hit some of these super chats real quick, and then we're going to bring in Dave Bob. Let's see. Venger sent a £4.99 super chat. Seeing Vincent and Old Bob reminds me how much I love The Black Hole, but the ending was bizarre. Yes, it was. I didn't know if he was in hell or what, but yes, that was awesome. I love the movie. Bello Triggerfish with $5. I think it's still wrong to say they had no source material. They gave Lucas money for his sequel treatments and chose to ignore them. Debbie Young with $5. Sorry to disagree with the one guest, but George Lucas himself stated he left KK with outlines for the sequel movies. I believe him. And Ted, the old Star Wars nerd, with $5 at Echo Base Network on the road to 20,000. Keep up the great work. Missing Nick. Thank you, bro. Thank you. We don't like to do the whole, we're almost at 20,000, thank you for doing that.
We're almost at 20,000. I'll do it for you.
Yeah. Not saying at Valliant Renegade is doing bad. Great job all around.
Yeah, thanks, Ted.
Well, thank you, Venger, Bello Triggerfish, Debbie Young, and Ted, the old Star Wars nerd. We are Echo Base Network, and this Darth Vader Obi-Wan Kenobi showdown is for you. Continuing shotgun pop-ins, here is our friend, Dave Bob. What's up, brother?
Hello there.
Hello there.
Dave Bob.
The voice of Bob, ladies and gentlemen, the voice of Bob, and he does fantastic.
I'm just going to throw something out there.
Okay.
As far as whose DNA they could use that was Force sensitive, remember, in the original, what I call Star Wars, what everybody else calls A New Hope, they had Leia in there with that droid that was torturing her, and they have her DNA with all those needles and everything else. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Wow. I've never thought of that.
That's a good
Also,
point. Really good point.
yeah. Also, like I said, the book, the new book, the Heart of the Empire. I have a copy of it. I'm waiting to read it. I have a little trouble with my eyes right now, but that's going to be fixed soon. And I just, I'm really looking forward to reading that book.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I feel the same way, and I'm hoping that we can get the author over here for everybody and interview him. That'd be great. But I am looking forward to cracking this thing open too, my friend. I really am. So Felix is all about it. The reviews are outstanding, and it's selling like crazy. So, and it's another way of sending a great message to Disney, isn't it, Dave Bob?
Oh, yeah. They need a message.
Yeah, another one. Another one.
All right, guys.
Well, bro,
thanks.
we appreciate you, bro. Yep, we'll see you later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to bring in another one of our friends here at Echo Base Network. Our member, Black Dragon, is in the house. There he is. What's up, my friend?
Not a whole lot, just dealing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen The Bad Batch yet. Don't have a subscription to Disney Plus and never will.
Yeah.
And I really do hope that author does accept and come on, because it'd be interesting to hear what he has to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to read that book. I mean, I'm disappointed I didn't win tonight, but, congratulations to J-Man. And I thought you were going to keep that copy.
I wanted to make it special. I did.
Fair enough.
Yep.
But it's eventually, yes, I'd like to get it, and I'd love to read it. It is a good message to Disney that, even people that love the sequel trilogy, I mean, you can't hate on people just because they don't like what you don't like, or what you like. So, I mean, I don't hate people because they like the sequel trilogy. I don't want them to dislike me because I don't.
Mm-hmm.
It's all Star Wars, and that's what we need to remember.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's exactly right. Well, I'll tell you what. Hang on. I am sending you my copy.
No.
Yes, I am.
Coach.
I just ordered him a copy.
Are you serious?
I am. Yes, I just ordered him another copy on Amazon. I was going to tell him to DM me his damn address. Whoa. Go ahead. No, Coach. I'm messing with you. No, send it to him. Send it to him. I'll cancel.
Don't do that.
I'll tell you what. Don't send it now.
I really ordered him one.
Okay.
But if you want to send him
now,
yours,
because I'm only going to be here about another week.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. You just let me know when and where I can send it to you. Okay.
Will do. Like I said, I mean, I'm going to be losing internet access for about a month or two here in about 10 days.
Okay. I'm going to order me another one right now. So
make sure you send, DM us on Twitter or something, me and Coach, your address.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah. Okay. No, I really just ordered one on Amazon, a second copy for you. If Coach wants to say, I don't care, Coach. You send him yours then.
Yeah, I'm gonna send him one.
So like I said, when I can get set up and into someplace new and get back on, like I said, this community means a lot to me.
Well, bro, you mean a lot to it. So you are a winner tonight. You didn't win the first time, but you won the second time.
As long as I'm part of this community, I'm a winner.
I mean,
can we repost his GoFundMe right
yes,
now, please?
Thrawn, could you handle that? And Spock, Felix.
Yeah, guys, I'm terrible as a mod. I don't know how to.
That's
do
okay.
This stuff.
They got it. They'll get that done.
And I figured I'd wear green just like you.
Yeah, that's right.
It doesn't show up as brightly as yours, but
well, it's probably
I sent you something on there.
Well,
earlier,
like I said,
John,
I don't have my green lights or my studio lights set up. Haven't had them set up for a while. Eventually, I'll get them back up, but it's going to be a while now.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Well, hey, you got time. You'll get it done. So, and we're not going anywhere. We'll be here. So you don't have to worry about us. You keep us updated.
Will
And
do.
if there's anything we can do, but we're going to post that.
You've already
link.
done more than enough, Coach.
Hey, if everybody didn't forget, like, if you remember the posters giveaway, there was a live opening. I opened up 4 incredible old Star Wars posters that were all in mint condition. Those were donated by Black Dragon. You know, and I don't even know how much those things are worth, but they have value. There's no doubt about that. So that was a very generous gift. So, and I don't even remember who won that.
Green Lantern 345.
Green Lantern won. So, and he's here with us tonight. So, yes, sir. That was awesome, bro. Thank you for doing that.
I hope he enjoys them.
Yep, absolutely. Well, brother, we love you. You hang in there.
I'll be back later. Let somebody else come in here.
Good deal. All right, man. We'll see you. All right, everybody. So we are going to move on. That was the last pop in for now. We are going, and John42 just posted. Thank you, John. And Chris Perza just posted the link for Black Dragon's GoFundMe. Go and read that story, guys. And if you feel compelled, help him out. And we would appreciate it. Because don't forget, we say it in every video. We are, you are, Echo Base Network. So we want to, at this point, move into something that I'm really excited about, our Return of the Jedi deleted scenes. So here's what we're doing, Valiant. When we look at these scenes, it is, should this have been in the movie? And if not, or even if it is, what did you think about this scene? There's only 4. We only have 4, so we're going to go through these. But before we do have a super chat from Thrawn, who says, for $5, forgot to mention the latest Zahn book, Thrawn, The Greater Good, is fantastic, urging everyone to check out and support his work, old and new. Absolutely. Awesome. Thank you very much, Thrawn, for posting your message about Thrawn and going and reading some Thrawn, and we are going to Thrawn right now. So here we go with Return of the Jedi, deleted scene number 1. Is everybody ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Thrawn.
Yeah.
All right, I had to do that one.
Here it comes. Return of the Jedi, deleted scene number 1. Let's roll.
Emperor is not as forgiving as I am. Dark side of the Force. My son, it is the only way. Luke.
What a forsaken place this is. Why couldn't that bounty hunter have taken Captain Solo to a more pleasant environment? We're leaving. But what about Master Luke? I thought he was going to rescue Captain Solo. You mean we're going to that horrible fortress alone? We're doomed. Of course I'm worried, and you should be too. Lando Calrissian and poor Chewbacca never return from this awful place. Don't be so sure. If I told you half the things I've heard about this Jabba the Hutt, you'd probably short-circuit.
You first.
Oh, me first. Okay. Okay. So this is a mixed reaction. The cinematography, the story portion of it, I like. But in terms of it being at the front of Return of the Jedi, because obviously that scene would have led into everything that we actually saw, it would have preceded it all for the most part. I don't like it. I don't like the dialogue of Vader at all. I don't like, I think if they had cut it with Luke, and then stopped there. I don't like the join me on the dark side of the Force. It seems a little kind of cheesy and expositional. I'm glad they cut that out. I think that was a worthy edit right there. Much as I love James Earl Jones, I'm like, that didn't work. I like the original intro of ROTJ when we got, Jabba's palace, and then we had the lead-ins with Leia coming in and the droids coming in and all, and then Luke came in. I think this was a correct, absolutely correct edit. As fun as those scenes are, to see Luke tweaking the lightsaber, rebuilding it, having that conversation with 3PO. If in 1983 it had been the style to move into the movie and then do a flashback, maybe, but that wasn't the style back then. I think it led into the movie correctly, where that reveal of Luke Skywalker that we got in the original film in Return of the Jedi, with him walking down the steps of Jabba's palace and him pulling that hood back, and it's like, oh shoot, this is like mature Luke. This is Luke. We're getting real close to what we saw at the end of Mando season 2 at that point.
Right.
That was more impactful. I think if they had kept that scene in with him tweaking in the cave like they're setting up to go into Jabba's palace and pull this heist, I think that would have greatly detracted from the impact of the opening of the movie. But that's just me.
So 2 things for me about this scene is that, one, with the lightsaber tinkering, I am going to have to imagine between Empire and Jedi that Luke would have been doing some training.
Sure.
He is still, training was just a big part of his life before he got his butt handed to him by Vader. And I don't know how long of the time period is. Not too long. But Luke would have already built said saber. Luke would have already been training with said saber. Luke wouldn't be on Tatooine in a cave. Now I'm ready. I got the saber. Now I'm ready.
Right.
That doesn't work for me. And the other thing about it is the whole Vader scene. It would completely take away from the moment when Luke is on Shuttle Tydirium.
Yes.
And Vader feels his presence, and he says, I shouldn't have come. I've endangered the mission. I shouldn't have come. If he could sense Vader in space while he's on Tatooine, you see the problem that causes?
Absolutely.
But Return of the Jedi makes it where, Vader only sensed him when he was nearby. Like at the end of Empire. He was in the Falcon leaving, but they were still nearby. And, in that scene when he's on Shuttle Tydirium, passing, going on to the Force Moon of Endor, Vader's nearby. In this scene, Vader's not nearby. This is sequel trilogy stuff. This is, I'm a universe away, but you could still hear me, and I'm talking to you. Come join me. And another thing is, I used to get irritated by people who would say, Luke, I'm your father. Vader never said that. And we've all been guilty of saying that at some point. And then we realize he actually never said that. He said, no, I am your father in Empire. Well, here he is saying, Luke. That's like the way everybody says that. It's kind of weird to me. But anyways, that's my thoughts on this scene. Let's roll to scene number 2.
back at the fleet.
Hurry. The Alliance should be assembled by now.
I will.
You're up.
Yeah, I think that was a righteous cut. It did not, and again, this is strictly from a writing and a narrative perspective. It really didn't advance the story. That was something that could say, you know what, we can cut this 2 minutes out and get this moving faster. Because we all saw ROJ in the theaters, and it was just, they blew up Jabba's stuff, and they left, and it was just right out to space. And then it was like, and the line they cut out at the end of that, after they said, thanks, we'll see you later, and Luke or Han says, thanks, now I owe you one. So they did that on the planet, and while I will say some of the shots and the interaction with Luke and Han saying that face-to-face was really cool, and I liked it, but in order to make that work, they would have had to have left that other 2-3 minutes in there that I think narratively was a bit of a slog. They got through a little bit faster doing it the other way, where Luke and the Millennium Falcon and Luke's X-Wing had already taken off. They were in space. You know, up to the point to where Luke and Han had that interaction directly, all of that definitely could have been dropped. But it's cool to see it. I love seeing it. Sure. It's awesome. But narratively, yeah, I think it was one of those things that it kind of deserved to hit the cutting room floor, and I get it.
So I think what happened was they reshot that scene after Lucas went with the decision that Leia and Luke were going to be brother and sister. That didn't happen until after they had already started filming.
Right.
So
they had that kiss in that dropped scene.
That kiss threw it all off, and then I think that Lucas made the right decision to get rid of that entire scene, and everything accomplished in this scene was accomplished in a much shorter, simpler scene with Luke in the X-Wing and the crew in the Falcon. From the I have a promise to keep from an old friend to R2 to see you back at or meet you back at the fleet. Thanks for coming after me. I owe you one.
Right.
All of that, everything they said, even showing Luke's hand was better seen in that X-Wing. Everything they did in reshooting that entire scene was better.
Yep.
So no, we don't need that scene at all.
Agreed.
Yep. All right, number 3.
All right, so me first again.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that had to go. That slowed that whole pace down way too much. And again, you know, we're talking about 1983 movie cinematography, fight choreography that just wasn't there. The original cut and Return of the Jedi with bust in the door, get to the control room, bop, 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 bop. There was a great pacing there with that whole sequence at the end of ROJ. If they had, what I just watched, and that's the first time I've seen that one, what I just watched, that first shot with Han and the stormtroopers and that firefight was slow and boring as hell, pardon my French. It was terrible. If they had left that in there, it would have killed the pacing, in my opinion, of that whole scene. And look, I love the fact, you rebel scum. Cut. Right there. That whole scene with him going, scum? That wouldn't have worked. I didn't like that at all. I think they made the right editing decision there. I really do.
Yeah, I agree. I got nothing else to add to that. It would have slowed it all down.
Yep.
Everything in the last 45 minutes of that movie is fast, fast, fast.
Yep.
Except for some of the dialogue between the Emperor on the Death Star. Things that were happening on the Death Star was a little slow, but everything else is fast, fast, fast. What's happening on Endor had to be fast. So it didn't need to change that at all. So I'm with you 100%.
You kind of wonder if George Lucas wrote that dialogue they had to cut out, because that was back in the days when they said, no, George, you're a great storyteller, but no, you can't write dialogue, man.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right. Well, here we go. Number 4, last one.
You may not enter.
It is the Emperor's command.
I will wait his convenience.
Very good.
Your fleet is lost, and your friends on the indoor moon will not survive.
Yes, Your Highness. Commander, should the rebels manage to blow up the shield generator, you will turn this battle station onto the Endor moon and destroy it.
Yes, Your Highness. But we have several battalions stationed on the moon.
You will destroy it.
Yes, Your Highness.
There is no escape, my young apprentice. The Alliance will die.
Sir, the deflector shield is down, and we've lost all contact with the generating station.
Position the station to blow up the moon.
Commence rotation of main batteries. Sir.
Sir, the rebel fleet is moving to the unfinished portion of the station. Concentrate all firepower on that sector. 0.05 to moon target. Rebel fighters have entered the superstructure. Open the power discharge gates. Flood sectors 304 and 138. I just slow them up a bit. 0.03 to moon target. 0.02 to moon target. 0.01 to moon target. Moon target in range. Sir, moon target in range now. Commence firing. Fire.
I've never seen that.
Okay, I haven't either, and I actually really liked it. I actually did. I'm going to tell you why. Unlike the other scenes before that, that gave us a glimpse into a little bit more expanded universe territory because, you know, as we got closer to the end of ROJ, everything was so focused on Vader and Luke and just the core elements of him and Palpatine, and everything else kind of washed away. And part of the beauty of the Star Wars universe is how expansive it is. And I thought that was, and again, it's kind of hard to tell where those scenes actually were to fit in. We can guess, but they were all short enough, and they were frankly, and again, we're watching unfinished footage.
Sure.
So we have to take it with a grain of salt. But I think in the proper places, I really liked that because, and I don't know his name, but the actor that played that Moff or that Admiral was always great in Star Wars. And I was like, I don't mind seeing more of him. He's good. Yeah. And I think it kind of builds up, and you could see the character. They almost made him a supporting actor in that movie based on that footage because it was like you could see the doubt in his face. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was a very interesting dynamic that, you know, up until more recent Star Wars, we haven't gotten. I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought that the interaction at the beginning between he and Vader made Vader less. Nobody would ever stand in front of Vader and say that.
No. Okay, that first scene, I agree with you on. I thought that was a little odd, but it was like, again, I put it in context of the rest of the scenes they had. And that character, it seems to me, at least, the way they were building it was he obviously had his doubts about the Empire. And when Vader approached that door and he said, I can't let you in, and what's the only thing that would have somebody stand in front of Vader like that? Well, because he said it. It's on the Emperor's command. Mm-hmm. You know? So right. He was caught between a rock and a hard place. The Emperor said, don't let him in. But Vader could force choke me to death. You know? So if we didn't have those other scenes after that, I don't think I'd have that same perspective. But when I saw the way that he played those lines in the subsequent scenes, I was able to kind of retranslate in my head that first scene with him and Vader. He obviously had doubts about the Empire. I thought it was kind of cool because it made his character so much more dynamic, and it got me interested.
The stream just got blocked.
Oh, shh. Oh, God, it did. Oh, my God. Wow. For deleted scenes that aren't actually in the... Oh, God. Wow.
All right. End the broadcast. I'm starting right back. I may have to DM you. I'm going to have to DM you again.
Yeah, no, I got you. It's cool.